did that to me when I was in
Okay,
high
I need to
school.
keep my phone anyway, so we can call Spice, right?
We're not calling Spice. Spice has to call in.
Okay. She didn't respond to me. I hope she didn't get passed out. Like,
Yo, Beats by CP3. This is the intro at the bar radio. It's been a good 2 weeks. I'm back. Shout out to CP3. He's all falling in love. He's not back by the next show. We'll put the ADD out on him. Shout out to Lady Internet. She's studying to take over the world.
that's what's up.
Proud dad.
Right. I'm about to call her.
Shout out to Sports on the Hill.
I'm trying to get them to come to CSP Radio.
Shout out to First Take podcast for Lady Internet.
Call the number. Yeah, it's a Skype. You said the
Okay,
number was in?
okay. What's going on? It is 151. We are back. It's at the bar radio. And we have
Yeah,
some
whenever
special
you're ready.
guests. And, you know,
What time should she call?
we're live on the air now.
Well, we're live on the air now, so whenever you're ready.
I would say about 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock? Call her 7. Yes. Okay. Spice says she loves us.
Okay.
Okay.
So, what's
Yes. All right. You're welcome. Bye. Okay. Bye.
So we got Veiga and Veiga Entertainment in the building.
Hello.
Great time.
Working.
Put the mic a little bit closer to you.
Okay, sorry. I'm
And
a
put
little
it-
short too.
And put it down because you are short. No. Face it down.
Oh.
There you go.
You know me and my mic issues. We don't want to talk about that. Okay.
And then we got the incomparable rock star Wally B back in the
Proud
building.
dad. Y'all know I'm back. What's up, y'all? Peace to my galaxies. Peace to everybody out there. Thank y'all for tuning in. We here. We live.
As I always, you know, I love to give people their flowers. Wally B is like is honestly, when it comes to At the Bar, like one of our top supporters. He's always been one of our top supporters, even before he got on the show. And he supports other artists too.
Yeah.
And I say that because there's so many artists that you see, and they'll get on social media and they'll be like, people ain't supporting me. You don't support nobody else. Shut the fuck up. Like they'll start the whining and the bitch fest, but then when I never see you support other people's projects. You know, so if you don't support other people's projects, how are you even whining about? I said whining.
Max.
About people not supporting you. So support is a two-way street. You know,
It is.
and you know, you see artists doing stuff. Hey, hit them with a 100. Hit them with that's fire. You see they got a new project. You know, build with them, conversate with them. It's not that hard. I mean, I just don't get it when people do that. Like all that energy you put to post, man. Next year or this or next couple of months, I'm deleting all these people from my social media profile. No one gives a fuck. If they weren't supporting you if they weren't supporting you, they don't care if you delete them.
Yeah, sure.
Facts. These are that's very factual.
They're not paying attention to you nowhere. So why are you announcing something to people that don't care? I rarely ever do you ever see them say that people think they're supporters. People will talk about their haters all the time versus saying, hey, you know what? I got some really good supporters.
I think I'm the opposite. One, I never give energy to haters.
You're not an artist though.
Oh, is that the difference? Oh.
You know, one of the artists you used to manage, all he talked about, he made love songs and talked about haters all day.
Yeah, true. Facts. Okay. And I always address that we don't recognize haters. We feed off of them.
We do. We feed off of them. Like, as an artist, like, haters help in a certain way as well. Like, because they bring a lot of attention to you. And even, like, with my, I can have a current situation where I definitely have a hater who has hacked my Instagram account. Like, and I'm just like, what? But at the same time, like, I had to look at the positive side of that whole hacking situation. Everybody that was on my follow list, they hit up. And then those people in return hit me up to see if that was them. And it brought more promotion to myself so they can even know what I'm doing now. So I had to look at that negative situation and turn it into a positive. So I had to say, you know, thank you, hater.
Right. Thank you, hater. Thank you, next.
Plus, they love us more anyway.
Yeah.
They do.
Me and Wally making noise together anyway, so.
You already know who I'm vibing with. I'm with Veiga. Crown that. And
So,
we're at the Pop Radio.
Yeah, I recently just came from
I'm trying
Texas.
to put the
Yeah.
extreme like on.
How was South by Southwest and what went on there?
South by Southwest was fun. It was a lot of networking, and it was my first experience. So I feel like I wasn't even ready. But I will be next year. But it was definitely a lot of networking, and I met some extremely talented people, and they were hungry, and I think I needed to be around hungry artists because the artists in the area in which I live are not hungry. They're not supportive, and they're not hungry, so...
I definitely agree. Just to even piggyback off of what she just said, it literally has been one of the best South by Southwest that I've experienced. It's my second one. It was so many hungry artists. It was so many people that were organized in what they wanted to do, and they had a plan and direction on what they wanted. And just seeing that was motivating for myself, and just me actually going for the second time. I was way more prepared this time, and I did way more. I networked with lots of people. Like, it had to be hundreds of people that I networked with. I did over 10 media interviews, which I've only gotten 3 back, so I need y'all to hit me up, like, because I've been reaching out to try to figure out what my interviews are. So let y'all do y'all job too, you know, especially for the ones who you had to pay for. Like, if you have to pay for anything, like, those people who are asking you for money, they need to be returning, you know, the product, the sale, you know, because, like, for some strange reason, I was just talking to another artist about South by Southwest, Charles Anthony, and he asked me.
Shout out to Charles Anthony.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, King. Like, he asked me, he said, have I received any interviews back yet other than the ones that I posted, because I did so many? And I was like, no, like, you're not the only one that hasn't received your interviews back too. Like, I'm still waiting as well, which we're being patient, but you know, we're starting to, time is moving and other things are happening, so we want to keep, you know, the timeline going and stuff. So if y'all out there and y'all still owe us some interviews, hit us up so we can get them and post them and promote you as well, because you want your brand promoted as well.
So let me do a shameless plug for you real quick. Come to Miami trip. Not only will I be there taking pictures, but as you can see from the setup that I have, we'll also be doing on-the-spot interviews in Miami as well.
Crown that. That's needed.
Definitely.
That is needed.
So, you know, we won't have that problem.
Right.
Our turnaround time is phenomenal.
Yes. And it was a couple people, like, shout out to Hip Hop Streets for sure. Like, y'all turnaround time was amazing, and Rocco and Leah, you are amazing. Thank you for interviewing me, for sure. Oh yeah, the Indie Live spot too, man. Shout out to you as well, King. Like I got an interview coming up with them this week. I'll be recording it, and you guys will see that around the 21st. So that'll be amazing. That's a Memphis connection. So you know, Wally B is spreading himself worldwide. We ain't just staying here in the DMV.
Well, the funny thing about that was like the first time I met Wally, we were in California.
Yes, I do remember that. I can never forget the California trip.
Yeah, like, it was some janky shit. That's
the one I didn't go to.
The dude that George had partnered with the Veiga, he's about to whoop that motherfucker's ass. Like, he started acting funny at the end, and he's like, yo, we all stood there was like, oh, you just don't know, bro.
Right. Y'all needed to bring that little Southeast in.
I actually remember
in New York.
I do remember
That's
that.
crazy.
It seems to be a lot of controversy with that at the end. Especially certain people not showing up. Like, it was weird.
Oh, because he was, first of all, so he was like, the show's going to be videotaped. Cool. I had, when Renegade performed, I videotaped him. And we used a Sony 6400 camera. Shoots 4K, whatever. You know this nigga videotape people on?
Cell phone.
It would have been better if he videotaped on the cell phone.
What was it?
He had a handheld.
Like a handheld camcorder?
Yeah.
The one with the lens open up like that? You know, I thought about
From
Mean
back in
Girls.
the day when I graduated? Like,
I instantly thought about Mean Girls. Remember when the
my
mom
dad
was
had one at my graduation.
This day.
Yeah, so
Funny.
so he basically,
Wow.
you know, and that was terrible.
Whoa. Yeah, I missed that story.
It's actually a mess.
And then when he got into it with George, because so he had promised that there was going to be execs there, and the only exec that came through was an exec that George knew, and that dude blasted him. He blasted that white guy for that. Actually, he was a white guy too, but he blasted him and was like, "Yo, that's not cool."
Yeah, stuff like that isn't cool. How y'all doing? Amazing. We are live.
Real fun show, man. We live. Give us a second. We live. We go to the commercial break.
We got it's a party in here now.
It's a party. So for those that don't know, we got Veiga from Veiga ENT.
Hey.
She does promotions. We got Wally B up in here.
Burn that.
And we got another special guest. Fat Cash in the building. And we put a DJ with us. We gonna get some. This is what I love about doing the show. It's live, it's unpredictable, and we always have fun. So,
Definitely.
but basically with that particular story is, George was about, the dude faked like he had, on the fly, all these connections. He did not have one connection. He was terrible. That one don't go down no more.
No, it doesn't? Oh, she just short.
I need a step stool.
Let's put it to the side
It's
so we can
okay.
see you. Because your face is good.
But you're short. Let me tell you.
Newsflash.
But so yeah, we was about to whoop that dude's ass at the end of the show. And then he did another show, and me and Renegade went with my brother, and it was terrible. But it was a better venue than what we had, because the venue we had sucked. But we, the DJ had an outfit that looked like it came out of a Kool-Aid box. His outfit was terrible.
Well, it's colorful.
So, first of all, we're in California, right? What is the one thing you're not supposed to wear in California?
Red or blue.
The wrong color. Yo,
Or
he
yellow.
had an outfit that had on every wrong color. Like, if he walked into, he could have been a Crip, a Blood, a Vice Lord. He had so many damn colors on. I was like, yo, I don't even know about this. This got me nervous. Wrong person walking, we all getting sprayed. I was like, damn, he came out the house looking like that. Like,
on purpose.
I just think he had no man to tell him, yo, dude, that outfit is not it.
You know, some people don't have friends like that.
Right.
That's a real thing.
But not for that outfit was not it. It looked like someone threw up in a Gatorade bottle. It was terrible.
Oh, shit. Oh my god.
So, just to let you know, while we've been off the air, I did a photo shoot for a fashion show. Shout out to Eric Kuza, who makes my shirts and stuff. Partners were at the bar. They were in a fashion show with Veiga's favorite person, Big Mo.
That's a negative. Okay, put that out there in the street. I don't care.
It's gonna be one type of shows. Lady Internet's gonna cuss me out. She's like, "You off the chain this week." So I did their fashion show. I took pictures for the whole show, but I was mainly there for Eric Kusa. And Sydney Starr was there from Love and Hip Hop. So there were some discrepancies because of the way that she came in. She came in late and only got to see one fashion designer. So that was a big issue. But I did make some contacts. Yesterday there was a big hip hop summit, which I never knew there was. But it was a big hip hop summit yesterday out in DC. And this is what I saw. I gotta talk about this. So
Okay.
when I walked in, because my shout out to my man Lenny, he came and got me. But when I walked in, there were the celebrity people like Quicksilver and stuff.
Right. Shout out to Quicksilver.
Talking about
Like it's my show.
talking about how they got famous and stuff.
Okay.
And and they were speaking some real shit. And the room was packed, wall to wall. So then the next person that came up after all the the celebrity people who talked about their journey and stuff was they said, well, we're gonna talk about the guy from YouTube is gonna come up and he's gonna talk about monetization and getting money. So, and this is why black people fail.
All the time.
So once the celebrities left, people congregating, they're talking, they're trying to get people quiet. He literally walked from the front to the back with the mic in his hand, and he was like, "Hey, I'm talking about monetization and you possibly getting generational wealth. And if you don't want to hear it, that's fine. Just go outside and don't block the other people from hearing it." So when I looked, all these empty chairs now.
What?
And as an artist, this is something that you need to hear. And I learned some things from what he was talking about. Because here's the thing. So like all the people that like the Quicksilvers and another guy that I was talking, I forgot his name because I walked in while he was talking. But boom. Of course, it's the whole crabs in the barrel mentality in DC. How Atlanta got it right. How this got it this. And okay, that's fine and dandy. Been there, done that. We can keep saying that, but you at some point you do have to acknowledge the growth in artists in the DMV.
Definitely.
Do we still got crab in the barrels? Yes, but not every artist is a crab in the barrel type of person, and at some point we have to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
So all these people left, and very few people stayed to hear about generational wealth and what and this dude works for YouTube, who's owned by Google. So he's one of the biggest companies in the world. Just because he ain't got a fancy chain on, you're not paying attention. Just because he don't have the fancy name, you're not paying attention. And he gave out some jewels. I mean, he broke down shorts. He broke down, there's a program, like if you're an up-and-coming filmmaker, there's a program that YouTube has that gives out money. But the same people who be like, oh, well, my videos only got 100 plays, they don't, and they were like, wow, my video ain't monetized. He broke the numbers down.
Wow.
Very interesting.
Funny thing is, this ain't the first year this particular event happened. It's the first year I've actually found out about it.
Right.
And my man took me. And it was a lot of people showing love. There's a lot of different artists out there networking and stuff. And then as when I get the name of it, I'll give y'all the name so that way next year we can all just roll there as a force.
Yeah, heck yeah.
But it was eye opening, but it was also sad to see how many people walked away from somebody telling you how to make money rather than how to spend money. And it and it goes back to the same thing that we always preach about. People get a song, they think, oh, I got a song on Spotify, but they don't want to promote it, and they think it's going to go triple platinum with no promotion. It doesn't work that way.
They never invest in themselves.
Same thing with your video. Everything from, and it's work. I get it, because when I do these shows, I gotta not only chop up the videos. They got YouTube Shorts now, so you cut it up and you put on YouTube the shorts. That's how, like when you look at podcasts like $1 Million Worth of Game, shout out to Gil and them. That's how they get you hooked. They put the bait in there. You look at the clips, and now you want to watch the whole show. Right. So now you're eating twice, because when people go back, they see the clip, you're generating views. Then when you want to watch the whole show, you're generating more views. So now you basically double dipping. And it's just something that it's like, wow, we something you don't think about. And while he was trying to explain something, he was talking to some, and the lady yelled out TikTok. And he was like, well, TikTok don't pay you like we pay you. We pay you off views. You get paid on TikTok if somebody likes you and for advertising their product. You're making money off of views that you made. And I was like, damn, when he broke it down, I didn't even think about it like that. But it's a lot of information. I think I posted one of the videos of him talking, and I'm going to post another one probably tomorrow. But it was very interesting, though. But, it was definitely. And people probably didn't pay attention because Wallow, for $1 Million Worth of Game, he was there earlier, but then he left when, right before he had to do something else. And the other guy who's not as famous as Wallow, but who probably makes more money than Wallow, started talking. And, we get caught up in the celebrity business.
I always be telling people it's normally the person that has the least amount of follows that be the most important people, and that's literally been my track record with just networking and meeting people. Like the celebrities are one side of it, but then who are the team of people that's working behind a celebrity to get them and sustain them to where they are? Those people aren't known. They're not in the forefront, so they're not going to have 15 million followers. They're going to have 1,000. Some might have 300. Because they don't really care about the limelight, and they only network with the people who they need to in their business. So definitely don't get celebrity hyped. Don't ever get celebrity hyped.
You should, because it's. I'm one of the people that from a room full of crowd of people, I won't say anything. So you'll never know what I do unless you know me. Even like yesterday, ADST. He was taking a picture.
Oh, I love him.
And so we reconnected, and first thing I'm taking a picture, he's like, yo, what's up? And I'm like, yeah, I've been fun. Say, yo, we need to link back up. Let's do another interview. Boom, got his number. Chuck the arsonist, I didn't even see him there yesterday. He hit me up on IG. Yo, I saw you, and I wanted to holler at you, but then you were gone. And
I saw him on Facebook that he was there.
And I was like, okay, good. Boom, we'll schedule something. He said, I don't work weekends. Bad. You never know unless and that's how I move though. I'm never going to be the flashy guy. If you know me, half of the time, when you met me, I used to do renegade stuff and just stand at the bar.
Yeah, literally at the bar.
Yeah, pretty much.
At the bar.
I gotta live my truth.
Yeah. That you do.
So it's, but you know, but if you don't take time to say, like that same show I was talking about, Miami, I wasn't even there with Renegade, but I had my camera, I was taking pictures. The only person, this is no lie, the first person that came up to me and said, "Hey," because people be like, "Oh, you gonna record me all the time?" Especially I don't know. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
So one dude came up to me and said, "My artist from Alabama is performing, and I'll pay you for your shots. You know, just get some really good pictures."
That's what's up.
And I killed it.
As you should have.
And that was just me, I ain't gonna say just learning. That was just me, my first time I really using my camera like that.
So
And
it's good.
you know, now I just shoot now. I got like 4 different lenses, and you know, my paycheck is like, my camera's like my unwanted son. It just takes money for no reason.
Unwanted son.
That's hilarious.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but anything about anything you gotta look forward to about South by Southwest, and then anything that y'all looking forward to about going to Miami in June.
Oh, well, building upon the connections that I have built in South by Southwest, continuing to fuel those relationships and connections that I've made there, and to expand the city where they can go. So far, one of the connections that I have made at South by Southwest, you talk about Miami coming up, so I feel like my June is booked. It's like a real tour schedule, because so Miami is the 10th, and then that next weekend I'm going to Memphis with the same people from the Indie Live spot, and that alone is an experience. Oh, we got a call. It's 7? Oh, that DJ Sexy Spice on the ringtone.
Spice. My partner in crime.
Hello. Hello. Eddie, are you okay? Are you okay, Eddie? Can you hear me? Hello. She's gonna live on us.
She'll call back.
I'm
feeling that ringtone though.
Hello. DJ Spice, can you hear us?
Hello?
Yes, how are you?
There she go, DJ Sexy Spice.
Is anybody there?
Yes, we're here. Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us? Can you hear us, Spice? I don't think she can hear us.
Oh no.
DJ Spice, can you hear us? I don't think she can.
We just need her to talk. We can hear her.
Hello, DJ Spice, can you hear us? I don't think it's gonna
Text her
happen.
and say, can you hear us?
I can't see. I ain't as young as I used to be, Wally B.
Alright,
We can hear you. Yeah, she can't hear us.
I said that already.
Yeah, we're aware. Is there any other way?
That's the only other way.
No. It messes up our game plan. Right. Yeah. Okay. I know. Okay. All right. Okay. Bye. She's at her computer, so whenever we're ready, like if anything changes, we can call her.
I mean, I can't really call out on her.
Well, she can call us. Yeah, about that.
But if she's calling from a computer, then that's probably maybe one of the issues too. But
She needs to call from her phone.
I'm not gonna go through.
Okay.
We just gonna go on with the show at this point. Because I can't really just walk everybody through. We got music to play, we got guests to play. You still have to talk about your radio station, all the stuff that you do.
Yeah.
So let's do a video real quick.
Who don't
All else fails, I always play a renegade video.
You don't have Wally B's new video?
I had it on here. I don't know about. Did I put down his right name? No, or was it on my other computer? Because now I'm using the MacBook. So we're gonna go with what should we do next? Oh, right.
Mm-mm.
Not the little short dude.
Yeah. See, I gotta play some independent music now. This is a Renegade. We did this at Ocean Lounge. I like the videographer. He looks just like me. He does. We could be twins.
What's going on? Yes, I do. I'm about to give you my card.
Oh, no, because he said $1 million. That shit priceless. I'm gonna tell you, that shit priceless. You ain't gotta pay for that shit. So show some love in here and show some love to these people that's getting out here and doing their thing. Trying to do something out here, alright? Let's get a party, y'all. I'm getting party, alright?
Washington, I'm from DC. Not the same thing though, because I've been helping the first day on my first time. I think I was there at Ocean. That's what this video right here. I'm saying. I meant to ask you, but I didn't want to interrupt. That was the night that we was all there. It was downstairs at the bar.
Because the DJ I had, there was something wrong with his computer. And the owner had called me. But at the time, I was going to break down the street. So I
That was Hollywood, I think.
Oh, Hollywood.
That was Hollywood.
Yeah,
I can smoke in here, right? I can smoke in here. You have an ashtray?
They talking about Hollywood. They talking about Hollywood.
I'm saying that now, but shoot, he ain't bro, he asked me for so much stuff. He invited me to so much stuff. Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's cool. You know, I come with him. He asked for music.
So crazy.
He was asking for music and pictures and stuff like that. Though.
Well, we all know who was the force behind that, right? Okay.
My thing is like, when you're a DJ, somebody keep all your stuff, you know, up to date. Bro, I listen to him because his music has glitches. But the music he has out there is surrounding I was even trying to like necessarily like shit on him, but it's like, bro, when you got gigs, you gotta the whole week you gotta prepare and make sure there's something going on, bro.
That's all about you gotta be prepared.
Cool little thing. He a DJ
Everybody
impersonator.
come with their A-game.
What's up, man?
He's a DJ impersonator. Bless his little heart.
Hollywood knows that Hollywood is part of my team.
Oh, yeah?
I introduced Hollywood to George. Hollywood used to work for me.
Okay.
So Hollywood knew that.
Remember, used
Clarence,
Cool little thing. Bless his heart.
Ray Farmer, is George's other partner. There's no way in Hollywood should not became broke fair.
The whole time, he probably still got paid for that. I didn't get paid for that.
I didn't get paid. I wouldn't get paid. That's one of the reasons we don't use them no more.
And ask him, well, who does he get his music from? Okay.
He was definitely a beat. Oh, you gotta definitely.
Well,
Bless his little heart. Love him. From afar. In fact, I think I love everybody except Big Mouth. Yeah, I don't like him.
Yo. So we back. I swear, that's my favorite videographer right there.
What's his name again? Let's shout him out.
And the funny thing is, it's 3 numbers.
Oh, wow. I wonder what they are.
151. If it's dyslexic, you say it backwards, it's the same
Yeah.
thing.
You know, that's actually clever.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I'm actually dyslexic.
So it worked out.
So it works out for you.
It works out here.
Funny.
Yeah, I used to have complicated rap names back in the days, and I was like, oh, flex my name.
Really? Like what?
So, let's see. My first rap name was like Rock. It was like Rhymes of the Hardcore King, because that's like the 4 first letters of my name. So that's too fucking long. So then it was Rock Smooth, and then I was like, ah. So then it was 151, but it was Red Rhyme. And then it was 151 Red Rhyme, and it was 151. My actual rap name at the time was 151 The Apocalypse. I never said that shit because it was so fucking wrong. So then it just became 151. And then they started, and GOP always said 151 because what happened is one day when I was rapping, I was like, I think it was an ad lib. I was just like I said it slow. I was like 151. It's the same thing as saying 151, but it just, so some people say 151 or some people say 151. Same thing. So it works out for me. And then I drink, so straight with no chasing. It's a lot of these videos with my name though. You add it up, it's 7, 7 Supreme, 7 being a lucky number and stuff like that. And just have fun with it. So salute to G. I got same as Wally B. I got my at the bar business card from my Muse, mymusecard.net.
Shout out to DMG Worldwide.
Yes, so I don't have to carry all the business cards on it. When I went to the hip hop event yesterday, I was able to get a couple of people, just to tap the joint to make sure it worked, and I got a lot of networking off of that.
I'm still doing both.
You don't need to. I'm gonna tell you that.
I'm still doing both.
And I'm gonna tell you
I like
why.
to leave my cards at the bar.
Yeah, but people throw that shit away. They don't read that. I'm be honest, they don't. Because if I remember when we used to come from clubs, and people put flyers on cars, it could be the littest part. I could throw that shit away.
For one, they don't put it on the card correctly. I used to do street scene.
I don't care how they put it. If I'm tired and I'm drunk and that shit's on the windshield, it's automatically going in the trash. I'm telling you. So,
Well, if you give me a flyer, I'll hold on to it.
so
I guess
don't
I'm a paper
shit.
hoarder.
But I think with the joint is basically because we're in an age now of social media, and people want to see you follow back, and all types of stuff. So I think with that, it's just easier to boom. You give them they tap it, they see who it is. I don't have my Facebook on there because my Facebook's way too ratchet. But my YouTube is on there for At the Bar. The At the Bar IG page is on there. The Shots by 151 IG page is on there. My TikTok is on there. And my Twitter's on there. Don't go on my Twitter because I'm barely on Twitter.
Yeah, we were just talking
And my
about
Twitch is on there. My Twitch is on there.
Mine just goes straight to my website.
So
As hard as I work on it, you can find everything else on
Twitter
there.
is a very random place.
So
Yeah. Twitter used to be it, though.
so we'll talk. So we'll play some music some more in a little bit. But let's talk Veiga, ENT. Let's talk about your radio. Let's talk about your. We've got some other guests in the building. This may be beneficial to them, being that we have an MC and a
Little
DJ.
me?
Yes, because you have a newsletter that comes out.
Yes.
So we want to start.
Thousands of people.
So let's start with I am in my 1-year anniversary of my own radio show, as well as
Your own radio station.
my own radio station, which is actually the second station that I was a part of introducing to the world in last year. Rest in peace to the other station. And I also have Beyond the Stage newsletter, which is a newsletter that goes out, we're going to say bi-weekly. It tries, but sometimes I'm on tour and I'm busy. But the newsletter has a lot of information in it, and it's beyond the stage, so it's not just artists. It's other things in there. Community, photographer. Shout out to Rakeem. Shots by Rakeem, and shouts out to Jacob, the photographer, who have been in Beyond the Stage newsletter.
Yeah, see, this year I'm not doing those little cute animal shots.
I loved them though, because I'm such a nature girl. So
Taking ratchet people, trying to put a big club, trying to get footage of police dropping it hot, you know.
some of it can go in the newsletter, but not all of it.
You know, every year you gotta change up.
Switch it up every now and then.
So
I guess I should also shout out DJ Chase Radio
Yeah, shout out
and
DJ
Gold Dust
Chase.
Radio, because
Gold
my show
Dust.
does air in the UK.
London.
So, and Wally and I are trying to go to London.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if y'all want to roll, but we're going to London.
We going to London.
We're going to London.
Oh, let's go, my man. We going out there. We played out
I
there.
can run.
Yeah, I want to go to London.
They ready.
First dude called me a bloke, I'm getting I'm slapping the shit out of him.
What they do? What's that mean?
Please
I
tell
don't know,
us.
but
That's why I said, please tell
like,
us.
what does that
Please
mean?
tell us.
He like, man, no,
I don't know
what
what
I
I'm
mean.
there.
You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
know.
I don't think London has like the racism like we do
Shit, we like
here.
they can't from
I mean,
London. They
I
gotta
just-
be racist.
I don't see it. I don't know. I
It's
don't
just
see
they,
it.
they have an accent, so like I'll see it.
Yeah, everybody there, no matter what your color is, I just think it's amazing.
Man, I think they're all racist. I think for 5%, they all racist.
Yo,
Man, sound like
I wonder what it would be like to be cursed out by somebody from Britain.
They probably so mad for white. I'd be like, get on with this
So you
shit.
know, there's like black people in London, like a black girl with like an accent, like just cursing you out.
That'd be sexy though, because he got that London accent.
My point exactly.
Yo, no, I ain't gonna lie to you.
But you know,
I had cousins out there. Like, so it's interesting hearing the dialogue when we chat and stuff.
see, it's I'm a bad person, so I can admit that. So like, if someone with London, like a black chick with London customer, I'd probably make fun of her accent. Like I've had a
Nice
Jamaican
son,
girl.
right.
I dated a Jamaican girl, and she cussed me out in Jamaican. I was like, the fuck? Nobody understand what you're saying. Get a translator. What the fuck?
Oh
Disrespectful.
You ever been cursed out by a Spanish woman?
no! Oh, he did a song called "Disrespectful." Y'all don't know about that.
Yeah, they do a song. I don't.
It was about her.
I might have got this because I probably say something. I'd probably look at this people at the radio. I'd be like, you know, I get on Taco Bell. You know,
Oh man.
I'd say, you know, chalupa.
Oh no!
Hey,
even
man,
I'm
you terrible,
offended.
boy.
My Spanish roots.
I
fucked
know,
up.
right? Look at his face. He
My
was like,
Spanish Caribbean roots.
I mean, there's no one safe. I mean,
that is true.
when I say I straight with no change, this is how
Yeah.
I talk. Like this is literally.
Yeah, like
That's
you
like,
just
alright,
meeting
whatever.
him.
It's all good. At least he honest.
You know.
Listen, you gotta promote and be happy that people are honest nowadays. Like, and they tell it to you to your face, and not try to do it behind closed doors.
That's the one thing. That's the one thing you got guaranteed with me. If I don't like him,
Nope.
don't ask me if you want to be.
That is true.
Because I remember I was a store manager and I had a young lady that was working for me, and she came in with this stupid looking ass outfit, and she said, "I was like, you look stupid." My DM was so fucking mad at me.
But you know what?
Listen,
It was real.
I appreciate the honesty.
The look on my DM's face though was like Rakeem. I was like Stephanie. She said my name louder. She said you shouldn't have said that. I was like, no, I should have. Did you see the outfit? I said so. Do you think the outfit looks good? And she was like, no. I was like, okay then. I said, why would you send her out there looking like a clown? At least I have enough respect to tell her, yo, that ain't the move. Now, granted, I probably could have said it a little bit better, but that's just not me.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not you at all. Filter? No.
No. I used to be worse. in my
Filter
20s.
much? I used to be worse too. I'm way nicer than I
Yeah.
used to be.
And people like
I know artists call me a bitch. I don't give a fuck. But
people in my job say I'm mean. They told me I laugh like a super villain, and then I just laugh in their
You
face
do,
when
though.
they I do that on purpose. I
alright.
do that on purpose.
that does sound like a super villain laugh. Yo, that is so funny.
I'm sorry. Artist whose song was just whack.
So
and you
we
told
used
him?
so we used to do this thing
Oh, yeah,
called
definitely.
bars at the bar. Well, we still do bars at the bar, but we used to do this joint with me and my late partner, and we would freestyle with artists.
Yeah.
So one night, I was going through beats, and I was like, and I tell people, you don't have to freestyle. So one dude was whack as shit, and he wanted to freestyle with me. I was like, I was playing the beat, and I put a beat on. That joint was hard, and I looked at the dude, and I was like, nah, that'd be too much for you. Click, went on to the next one, and I said it, and I didn't click. So after the show went off, GOP, we used to go have coffee or something at the barn side. So we having breakfast and stuff, and he looks at me, he goes, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I was like, "What do you mean?" And he was just like,
No
"Do you
filter.
realize what you did live on air?" I said, "What?" He was like, "Dog, I watched you. You put the beat on." I said, "Yeah, I put on a whole bunch of beats." He was like, "You looked the dude in the face and said, 'Nah, that beat's too much for you,' and hit another beat." I was like, what did I do wrong? He was like, "You looked him in his face, told him,
Hey.
and was like, nah."
Like, how do you really go about telling another guy like shit's whack? Like,
You tell me that
You
shit's
just
whack.
gotta be honest.
Well, I have done it when I was running a house of hip hop. There were a lot of artists that came through, and I was like, "Why didn't you perform the song that you sent to me?"
So you just tell them,
Like,
because we don't want to.
not every song is
Oh,
good.
they sent you a whack
They
song.
sent me a song that was great,
Oh, that was
but then
great.
they performed a whack song.
so we just had, and I'm glad we brought this up because off the air we were talking about this. So one of our homeboys was in Miami with me one year, and he performed. Miami's the turn up capital. So, and I've seen this dude turn up. He performed a love song. It's like,
How
what
would
the
you do
fuck?
that?
In Miami.
Okay, yeah.
So,
Poor, bless his little heart.
I mean, shit,
and
I don't know.
his crew, the people he was with, was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, come here.
Yeah, come here, man.
I was like, what the fuck you doing? I was like, I've seen your shit. That ain't it. I was like, where we at? We in the turn-up capital of the world. People don't come here to fall in love. People come here to party.
Yeah.
And when he performed, the next time he performed, he came to me and said, you right, I changed the set.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was a better experience. But that wasn't me
At least
trying to
he ain't
shit
get-
on him. That was me just really, I wanted to be honest with him.
He didn't take it wrong.
Yeah.
That was a
Bro,
good
I can't.
job.
If you can
I
accept
can only
criticism.
deliver the information. How you perceive it or how you take it,
Right.
it's up to you. If someone came to me and said, "Yo, 151, I think you do too much on your show," I can either tone it down or tell them shut the fuck up. More likely it's gonna be the last one.
You did.
You know.
You did.
Because I know, like, me personally as a DJ, like,
We got people coming from the time, bro. Can you play my shit? Can you play this? You play that? And it's like, bro.
Hold on.
Like that, you talking about
We're gonna
that,
do this the right way.
That's what I was about. You know I was about to say that, right? I was literally about to say, where's the mic?
I was wondering.
I was gonna say, hold up,
My
we
bad.
need to get him a mic. Like,
I was wondering.
Yeah, because last time I was by myself, so my fault. I forgot. Yeah, accommodate. My bad, dog.
I like
My
your
bad,
jacket,
dog.
too. I
So,
like your jacket.
Thank you.
so here's the thing. I had
Forever 21, I think.
my other mic. My other mic is got left in somebody's car yesterday, so I gotta use I gotta use one of my dynamics mics and I'm a condenser.
It's all great. It's all good.
But when you a person like me, you have endless amounts of equipment. So even when you're missing one, you got something else to replace it with. And we need another mic. Oh, I hate walking across the thing.
I thought this one had one on. This show one.
I did too.
Yeah.
What?
I thought that was a mic the whole
It
time.
does, but we wanna look the same regardless. So it's called faking the funk. Cause they can hear you regardless.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta do that.
So let me play a song real quick.
yes.
I'm gonna play one of Veiga's favorite artists.
Oh shoot. Don't play me.
You know what? That's on my old laptop. I really don't have that one anymore.
He aired it one time. We were getting ready for a show, and I was the only one that knew it was me. And I was like, "You bitch, don't say nothing." But hey, at least I had a single.
That's all right. What's it called?
Nothing.
You got John Brown shirt.
Don't go look for it. I can't say all name without saying it like a serious
Because her station, she do DJ mixes too. Like, so if you have a mix, like as well, like outside of just her songs too, like if you have DJ mixes, she can put your mix on the show and you can play not only here but in London too. So make sure y'all
I was already gonna do that anyway. You already know. I think so. Wally B, I get everybody information. Yeah.
You're supposed to. Thank you for making me happy. So I was like, I guess I can't really do my family show. My family I was like this. Really, this nigga really doing other than something.
I know, that's like, I see that on the thing. I said, oh my god. This is ghetto. That's why I'm like trying to still get between the songs. No matter, that's my shit. Normally, I don't be looking
I mean,
what the fuck you thinking, nigga? Really sending info, sending by the mail when they need a nigga info. Calling all the plays, got me feeling like Nino. Pockets gon' swole like my little brother D-Lo. Change around my neck, bright
Oh, do you need me to email you or forward you this week that's in
Yes.
Your birthday is a
I get so much love on my birthday. I usually take off some days just so I can say thank you back to everybody.
I'm gonna see you doing the thing in May.
weekend this week. One for my birthday weekend and the other one for the rest of the show. So tomorrow's the international show. You're gonna love it. Yes. Oh yeah, we gotta talk about that. International.
So here's the funny thing about that. I just had to get these gentlemen some water. You know, if you'd have came here like a year ago.
Yeah, I was like, you have water?
Yeah, nigga.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah.
It's always the funniest story is that.
That's good.
Like the first time a dude asked for water, me and CPT was like, water? Yo, we had beer, we had liquor, we had everything but water.
Terrible.
Me and GOP had a whole conversation about water, and I'm a water advocate, so therefore I promote it on my show every week.
Yeah, fuck that and
It's different types of water though.
Yeah, definitely.
Like
Yeah.
purified
Got
water.
your high quality, and then you got
I'll send it to you on Instagram.
Okay.
Hilarious.
Water is important, y'all.
Yeah.
It is. I just don't.
It is.
Wiley got me
Make
talking to
jokes.
water. We'll talk about that
Oh
later.
yeah. Also, fruit is water too, y'all.
Yeah. And the best way to get water.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean,
Like watermelon.
Yeah,
no,
all of the fruits, they're all water.
Peaches.
Like just flavored water, just like it's
Pretty
all
much.
cool.
So, this is
We earth signs over here. We all about the earth.
Oh, shout out to Johnny. What's going on, man? This is the thing that I really love about the show is when we put people together who never go. The good thing about this is I love when artists just want to drop in. 9 times out of 10, we always want to let you drop in. But it's good because you never know who you can network with. And I'm not playing this song. It just got by accident. Here we go.
I miss dropping in. I used to come in every other weekend.
Yeah, we used to. Oh man, we was at the harbor. We used to drop in all the
Yeah,
time.
every other week.
So let me put just for a second. I'm gonna put it on our guests.
My sleep was
Well,
terrible.
our other guests. So, gentlemen. Now that you actually have mics,
yes, sir.
put your closer because you ain't got the good one.
All right, you can hear me now.
Yeah, we hear you.
Gotcha.
So, introduce yourself again, please.
How y'all doing? What it do? It's your boy Fat Cash from Southeast DC.
It's your boy DJ Facts representing Philly.
So, I met these gentlemen at Ocean Lounge. Actually, the video that we played, Renegade, they were there that night. So, we were having a conversation because basically he got his job that night because an associate of ours basically was ill prepared. I don't give a fuck.
Associate that I fired twice. Oh, bless his little heart.
But I say that because I want people to understand like this indie life and stuff like that is serious. And connecting with a DJ and a person who's a DJ is something very serious also. Because DJs can take your music to another level.
Definitely.
I've interviewed my man D Bell. He's out in Texas. He's part of Fleet DJs. I've interviewed DJ Nasty Nice. He's part of the Coalition DJs.
Right.
When we do these shows and stuff, we go back and forth from Atlanta. We get the Big Hef. He's I think the vice president or the president of the Nerve DJs. We deal with these coalition things. And a good DJ and this is even what the guy on YouTube said. Radio doesn't break your record. The DJs break your record.
Definitely.
The DJs play your record in the club, and I think a lot of people they get lost about the art form of a DJ, what a DJ really does. On that note, just because you motherfuckers stand in front of a MacBook and a controller and you hit one button and this, that don't make you a DJ. That just makes you an idiot who stands in front of a MacBook. I don't have a driver's license, so if I sit in front of a driver's seat, that doesn't make me a driver. That just makes me a person that's sitting in the seat. I can pretend to roll all I want, but
It's true, though.
But if I start that car and you're in there with me, then you put your life in your own fucking hands.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's so many people who want to be IG DJs, or they don't know what a blend is. They don't know what a mix is. They ain't. I've never called myself a DJ. I put music on. I play the tracks. I play videos. That's it. You know, a DJ knows how to spin, a DJ knows how to mix, a DJ knows how to cue up the stuff. I don't do none of that shit. You know, and I appreciate the art form. Like, you know, my DJ Grip, he's normally with me. You know, I watched him when he was a teenager learn that shit. That's just not me.
Right.
You know, that's not my lane. And I think a lot of people take DJs for granted and stuff like that. And you know, and as a DJ, it's your job is to control the show, and a DJ controls the show. So when a DJ puts a record on and don't nobody dance, and you play that whole record, you should be fired immediately.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, the DJ controls the crowd.
You know, I'm an advocate for DJs. I always have been.
Definitely.
I have more DJs on my page
I have
than
a
any
funny
day.
DJ crew story where me and my family had to tell the international DJ how, like, what song to play in order to get everybody to just start dancing, because he just was playing like random tunes. There was no like flowetry in between like the songs. And I told him, I was like, you want to get everybody dancing? I was like, play this song. It was a Caribbean song because it was on a cruise ship, and I was like, why are you not playing Caribbean music?
Right.
And so it was a Caribbean song that he played, and then everybody got up on a cruise ship. And I was like, I should have been a DJ. I don't know about DJs, but I knew like a couple songs to get people to dance. And I was just like, come on, like, but he was our best friend for the rest of the cruise. Like he had us come up to the DJ.
Right.
Like, I ain't think about it like that, but you're right, because definitely, like, he loved us.
It's black people on that ship. Somebody would have got him, but like, yo, bruh.
He was from Ukraine.
Play another bad record, we gonna fuck you up. What do you mean you ain't got the electric slide? Man. It's about to be a ride.
He downloaded at least 15 songs from us. Like,
Exactly. You saved his job.
Yeah, definitely.
So, let's talk to the DJ real quick.
Crown that.
What got you into DJing? And how do you feel about fake DJs?
Well, what got me into DJing first started, you know, growing up.
Yeah,
Growing
shout
up, I
out to
always
Philly.
like had a sound for music. Like transition between like middle school and high school, I wanted to go to school for like music and production. Clearly that never happened. So it was like I was just telling my mom I wanted to do some music, be a rapper. My mom was like, "Go, there you go, this nigga was trying to be a rapper, whatever." So you know, there was certain stuff that I wasn't allowed to do. You know, I couldn't tell my mom I was going to the studio because she would be like, "Get your ass in the house," stuff like that. So as I got older, when I started becoming more dependent on my own, I just pretty much did whatever I wanted to. I started rapping. You know, I was supposed to put out a mixtape. It never happened. Where I was working at, I was traveling a lot, so that I pretty much put the mixtape on hold. Came back from traveling, and when I was rapping, I really just wasn't feeling it. So my man at the time, shout out DJ Best Friend, at the time he was like, "Yeah, bro, we're just gonna do DJ and see how you do. We're just gonna go from there." And I picked it up, learned it. Within like 3 months, I was at Ocean. That was my home club. That's where I first started out at. Just doing like little gigs, like he'll come in, spend the majority of the night, and he'll give me like the last hour and a half to just do my thing. And I was able to get my own gigs like within the first 3 to 6 months. Just rocking out. I picked it up, and I've been DJing for like 2.5 years now. So
That's what's up. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I understand what you're saying too about your parents wouldn't let you do anything. I wasn't allowed to listen to hip hop music. And then I ended up running the house of hip hop. So.
That's hard.
Yeah.
360 on.
Yeah. Sometimes your parents don't realize that they're holding you back, or they think they're protecting you. They don't always realize that they're restraining you from being who you are.
Yeah.
I actually talked about that on one of my shows recently.
I mean, it's true. I mean, the one thing I was blessed with was that my mom never really did that for me. Like, I think one year my stepmom in New York was like, so the Great Adventures of Slick Rick had a song called "Treat Her Like a Prostitute,"
Right.
and they used to call me and be like, "So what do you want?" And I would just name whatever rap album I knew. I would pick up a magazine and be like, "Well, this album came out." So when she went to go get it, she saw the name So I forgot that I told her I had already bought the CD, or it was a tape anyway. So I bought the tape anyway. So she called my mother and was like, I'm not getting your son this. This is inappropriate.
Oh no.
And then she,
I mean,
It is.
it is inappropriate. 100% is not.
So she's doing, you know, giving the speech, and I think when she gave me the speech, I think I laughed.
During the speech.
I was like, I already bought the tape anyway. So that's what made me laugh. I was like, I already got the tape.
Right.
And then my mother explained to her, was like, he listens to the music because it's the music that relates to him. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean that he's going to go out and do these things. You know, I was privileged with my mom. The only thing she said was, you got headphones, keep that shit on.
Right. See, that's what's up.
You know, I don't want to wake up on Sunday morning and you be like, fuck the police.
She trying to listen to her gospel.
Yeah, you know.
She ain't having it.
Right.
You know, some battles you gotta pick your battles. So
Right.
that's all it is. And but she always embraced the stuff that I did whether it was buying equipment, whether it was, you know, hey, I want to do beats, whether I want to do this, like, you know. The funny thing I always tell people is that, and people never believe me, but I actually grew up working at church sound, but that's why I learned how to work boards and stuff. Like, I was doing those things. Oh, you went to church? All the time.
But I feel like as I got older, you know, when I first told my mom that I want to be a DJ, because I've been on my own since I've been 18. So, you know, I'm quite sure that if I was still at home and I was telling my mom I'm about to be a DJ, because I was in the club 18 DJing till 2, 3, 4 in the morning, quite sure the average parent's not going for that.
Hell,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So when I told my mom straight off the rip, I was like, yeah, Mom, I want to be a DJ. This is what I want to do. And, you know, 18, 19, coming to her and telling her, this is what I want to do. I'm not looking back. I just remember her, she sent me, like, without, like, any rebuttals, cash at me, like, $500 off the rip. Like, if there's something you want to do, then you're going to do it. And that went towards getting my first board, getting my laptop, getting all my DJ equipment. I mean, of course, in the grand scheme of things, you know, just like I know $500 really isn't, you know, much, but it was
like,
something, you know, to start out with, you know, and I just been able to, you know, push it
forward.
ever since. So.
That's what's up.
I think right there, but
I love that.
the $500 was good, but the fact that she showed she would support the dream,
Yeah.
it meant more than anything.
Mm.
You know,
And that's not something I would have seen her doing if this was like, if I was 12 or 13 or 14.
definitely.
You know, so.
So I think, you know, and that's a whole other conversation that we need to have. If you have a creative child, supporting their dreams is so important. Like, you know, the most honest thing I can tell you is this: my brother. I love my brother. My brother could have been, we could have been already millionaire. My brother could have been the next football player. His teacher told him that you can't. You'll never make it to the NFL. So my brother became a hustler. And he hustled because we were poor. And he got arrested. And his dreams went nowhere.
Right.
It be those little things that hurt people's dreams. And when you have, and then it's even, when you get it from like a teacher or your mother or somebody that destroys your dreams, it's hard to come back from that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I think, you know, I took a lot out of that story. You know, the fact that she cashed out into $500. You know, the money was great, but the support was better.
Yeah.
You know, I think that right there says so much.
I agree with that 100%. Cause my mom, she's like one of my biggest supporters, not just financially, but I remember when I was like taking this more serious, like the career in itself, like a couple years ago, like when my birthday came around, like I opened up one of my gifts and it was a microphone, and in my mind at the time I was just like you know how when you first like a microphone, like And I thought to myself, like, she really just sat out here and gave me a personalized microphone because she believes in my actual dreams that I will be out here performing live. And to me, just the thought of the gift of the microphone to me was a lot because, for one, personal experience from traveling, the microphones be messed up. So to have your own personal microphone, like, I was like, okay, Mom, thank you, because that was a true investment in just the direction of where I'm going. So even just to hear that you got $500 to invest in you, like, that's powerful.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
just because it's a gift of just saying, hey, I believe in you. Like, keep going. Like, this is what you decide you want to do it. And, like, I cherish, like, moments and just memories of that, like, all the time.
I mean, I think, well, I had a similar thing go down, you know. I wouldn't even, but see, I wouldn't say it was that. I don't think it was that, like, a serious or strict of a situation where it was like, you know, it wasn't like against her religion that I'm rapping now, but I do think it was a big pivot from like, okay, you know, everybody growing up, this big boy supposed to play football. You dig what I'm saying? And so now you want to flip the script and tell me you good at music now. It's you know what I'm saying? And starting out, you know, you got to get to a point where you good at it. You got some natural talent, but you ain't all the way put together yet. So I just feel like when she finally came around to it, it didn't take much. I think it took more so me just getting my own nerves together and stuff like that. But she was the one that got me the equipment that I got now. My first mic, I bought the interface myself, you know what I mean? But my Dukes helped out with pretty much everything else. She actually got it on a nice little deal too, you know what I mean? So, but that meant a lot to me too though. You know, because I didn't think she was gonna. It took a minute. It took a little minute though, like for her to like see it in the light of like, oh, okay,
Like, he's serious.
yeah, and it's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then she come from an old school. You know what I mean? So she ain't even on that type of stuff that I be on. You know what I mean? Like, I would have to hit her with like one of my more mature songs or something. So yeah, you know, I
Well,
definitely.
you wanna like Renegade can tell you that he can tell you two things. He can tell you that one of them is uncle and two of them are asshole. When
Two facts we all know.
pretty accurate. But when Renegade first started rapping, because I'm so passionate about music, I told him straight up, I said, okay, when you get serious, how happy? I just told him about what I was doing, he said, yo, I rap. I was like, when you get serious, how happy? So then he went back, he waited, he came back a little bit, and then he's like, oh, no, you serious? Okay, let's do this. You know, I'll put the battery in your back. You know, and I think it's important that, you know, when you got somebody that's passionate about something, that you support the arts and then, you know, support that.
Yeah.
So, I'm just setting this up, but I'm not going to play. It's a preview. It's too much for me.
I know what it is.
That's my shit right there.
Yeah.
What's your top five DJs?
Locally in the city or just
It's whatever your top five is.
DJ Diamond Cuts,
Okay.
shout out Philly.
That's
I like DJ Diddy Rock. He's definitely one of my guys. You know, big mentor, helped me get to where I'm at. DJ Blue Sky, another one of those guys that went about my way. I would say DJ Ron early on. He's definitely pushed me. One of the first guys to believe in me. You know, as far as branching out from leaving Ocean Lounge to get into different clubs. You know, one of the first clubs was under him. So definitely him. And say DJ Drama. I like DJ Drama.
Okay. Veiga, do you have a question?
Oh, a question?
Yes. You know, you can ask questions. You do host a radio show.
I do, don't I? But usually it's just me and my fish, and then I'll just be talking to the mic, and they be just swimming around looking at me.
Oh, the confessions we get on this show.
I talk about it on my show. But I don't know. I was thinking about DJs. Like, I actually had a DJ tell me that I'm a DJ groupie because I'm such an advocate for DJs. That's why on my show, and it's actually, and I know it's the reason why my show airs in London, because it's ran by a station of DJs. But I focus on DJs on my show, and producers, of course. I am an advocate for the underdog, and I feel like DJs don't get their just due. I've always networked with DJs and always made them shine. I had a DJ, actually, Master Hurricane, actually will take a single, and he'll play it 3 times in the club. He was like, by the 3rd time, everybody knows it, because it only takes 3 times for you to learn a song. And he would do that. I'll give him a single, and he'll just randomly play it during the club. And I thought it was a great way to introduce indie music into the club scene. So, I guess shout out Hurricane. Also want to shout out DJ Gemini and DJ Joe. And Joe Ice, of course.
Oh, I know Gemini.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gemini's my favorite DJ.
Yeah,
So.
I was working at the store I used to work for. That's how I was traveling for. Shout out All Star Sports. I was working at National Harbor Taker Outlets. He came through. We just started talking, and we exchanged numbers. I mean, I never really hit him up because, you know, when it comes to, dealing with different celebrities, I don't want to come off as like a groupie type behavior.
Yes.
Like, I'm not that man. Like, he does what he does. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And I figure if I'm gonna hit somebody up to that degree, then I better, come with some shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I never really, hit him up, but I definitely do got his number in the cut for when the time comes.
Yeah. Gemini's really cool people. And shout out for Gemini for my drop too.
Shout out to DJ Chase.
Oh my God, DJ Chase! Shout out to DJ Chase Radio.
And of course, DJ Sexy Spice.
And DJ Dino, the UK.
Oh yeah, DJ K.
We coming to London.
Yeah, DJ Dino, DJ K. Mean. Shout out to y'all too.
I ain't got none of them people.
But I also want to point out another thing, like, as far as being a DJ, a lot of people don't understand that, it's a lot of trial and error. Especially, when it comes to, when you're first in the game, trying to branch out, get your own gigs, like, eventually I just want to do DJing full time.
Right.
I still work a full-time job, and I do DJ on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whenever I get booked, whatever. But it got to the point where it's like, people were trying to downplay me and throw me like, I feel like it would be disrespectful to a certain degree, throw me like $50, $60, $70, $80 gigs.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, like, my computer costs $1,200 alone.
Right.
Like, if I up the score on you, be like, bro, I need like $150. I'm not stepping foot in your club. I'm not answering the phone.
So
people look at me like I'm crazy.
No, I'm gonna tell you like this.
But you're not.
Stand by that.
So one, stand by your price. So like,
Yeah, always.
And you gotta have honest conversation with people. Like, somebody was asking me something about my camera or something like that one day. Yeah, real talk. They was, I could do shit for free. I could do, money ain't a thing because I work a full-time job. My bills get paid regardless. I get paid good. However, but the respect, when people say crazy shit like Slim, I got a $600 lens on my camera. That's just one lens. So if you like, oh, can I do this for 50? Bruh, it ain't even worth me coming out of the house if it ain't nothing good. And I had to take a lesson too, because I gave somebody a homie price one day, and their show fell through twice. So they had paid me, and then the second time the show fell through, then my uncle had just passed. They hitting me up like, oh, can I get that money back? Excuse me. It was only $200. By right, I should have been like, I'm gonna keep a deposit and send you $100 back and keep $100 since you wasted my time. I was like, you know what? I just give them 100. I just give them 200 back because then I just won't deal with them.
Yeah.
The thing about that is, when I don't deal with you, you can't come to me later and be like,
On some other stuff.
yeah, because my ethics is like, yo, because if you tripping thinking I need the 200, nah, bro, I don't.
Just get rid of the problem.
My solution is give it over. We done.
But what a lot of people don't realize is that we're a team and we tag team that. So if Rakim don't rock with you, I don't rock with you.
Yeah.
And even DJ Joe said that if I don't rock with you, he don't rock with you. So it's all in about.
Yeah.
It's really all about relationships.
So is when people try to show change, just let them know like, Slump, this is the price. The price is the price. Yesterday's price ain't today's price.
Right.
She hit a key point on that because relationships in this industry
Is everything.
is everything. Like, you never know, don't burn the wrong bridge. Like, if you stay respectful, you be good. But the moment that you start moving like weird and shiesty, like that communication gets passed on to the next person so easily.
Yeah. You never know who knows who.
Yeah, and who watching?
Or who? Y'all
Yeah. Even with me, I've showed up at open mics incognito.
Yeah.
And like you just never know who's in the building either. And I saw an artist act a fool. I was going to book him, but he acted a fool, threw the mic on the floor and everything. And I was like, oh. So then I just texted DJ Joe and was like, here you go. Here's another one, add to the list. Like, yeah, like,
Like,
he can't get on.
When my old partner passed away, GOP, if you had an issue with me, he wouldn't book you on his show.
Yeah.
I mean, that's usually how it is. Like, moving forward in the industry, we got a group of teams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if there's an issue with me, then it's dead. You know what I'm saying?
Like the artists that want to get on.
Even dealing with like Cash and our individual group. You know what I'm saying? Like, if one of my niggas come and say they don't fuck with you, bro, I got nothing for you, bro. Like, don't book you. You're not booking me, like, cause I can't. It's like a loyalty thing. You feel me?
Right.
Now I got niggas questioning me why I did business with you when you've been in there for the longest. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know you like that.
I mean,
But it's not all negative either, because it works the opposite way too.
Yeah.
If we rock with you, you on with everybody for the most part.
I mean, one of the things is that George, DMG George is like family to me.
Definitely.
We went from a client relationship to business partner relationship, especially when we were doing rides and stuff. And it's nothing I wouldn't do with you. If you don't rock with him, I ain't rocking with you. You got something negative to say? Okay, cool. We not. I fall back because he's somebody, I respect him so much. I respect his integrity. I've seen him take losses to make sure artists were happy.
Yeah,
Yes. Facts. Yes. All respect.
A lot of people don't even realize when we was in Atlanta that time.
I remember.
And we went through the lady stole the money for the house and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like George told me, he said, "Yo, I need some money." So we sent got some money so the artist could sleep in the hotel room. And
that was love.
We slept on the floor at somebody else's Airbnb. Keep in mind, we've already paid to come down there.
Mm-hmm.
And there you got it. Yeah.
But no complaints.
Yeah.
That's thorough for real, bro.
I'm about to say.
It's real thorough.
Yeah, that's love. That whole situation was extremely crazy too. Like, I'm happy I found that lady. I was not playing. I found
Wally
her
worked for the
2
FBI,
hours.
y'all. So.
I don't even. I don't. No, I do not. I'm not affiliated with no type of nothing Fed related. It's just all Google search. It's all Google search. I said, all I asked him, I said, so, because I ain't never seen the lady before. I just was like, well, do you at least got a name? Like, and he gave me the name. I was able to search a couple things, and I found a Facebook. I found an old Instagram, like an Instagram, and I asked, is this the person? And it was her picture. And I was like, oh, so she moved. She moved from Atlanta out to like Milwaukee or some shit like that. Like, she was out in the Midwest somewhere. I don't want to get the line on location, but she was somewhere in the Midwest. Like, and I was just like, yeah, I know exactly where she is. Like,
You said she took money for an ounce of weed?
nah, we were we were going to an Airbnb down in Atlanta. Well, I think it was an AC3.
It was
around that
AC3,
time. Yeah, for that.
We had
weekend.
rented from her before.
Yeah, and they rented from her before, and I'm new at this time. I haven't. This is probably like the second big trip that I've taken with them, and so no third. So when we get there, to get to the Airbnb to pull up, type everything in, and like it's locked. Like
now, keep in mind, she's on the phone with him saying, "Oh yeah, just come. We gonna
yeah,
the house.
she
The house
hyped
is
us up the
abandoned.
whole time.
The house is abandoned at this point."
So you think you pulled up to like a mansion type shit?
Yeah, it was a big house. It was a big house.
Her boyfriend or baby father was a producer for T.I. It had gold plaques and everything on the wall from the year before.
Yeah.
So, like I said, he had done business with her and stuff, and she literally took the money and ran.
Literally.
That's OC.
But we did. But like I said, but like I said, George didn't put. We weren't in the hotel. We didn't. We was on the floor.
So all of y'all was supposed to say like y'all and the artist was saying that
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that's great.
But she just had y'all. So, well, never mind. You just said what you did. I'm about to say, good Lord, you come up to that jump. It's locked. You feel me? Like, now we just out here, though.
We just was
we gave out
there
money.
for a second.
Like.
But that's the type. But that's why that's why I
It's
wrote
all
with
about
George.
the journey, man.
That's why it was so hard for George, is because George got on the phone. He called his connect, made the move to get them the rooms in the Marriott. Once we got them straight, we still didn't have a place to stay. We got the artist people straight. The only other artist that was with me was my nephew. And we went to another artist's house and crashed on their floor.
Did they appreciate it?
Who?
The artists and everything.
Okay. We definitely did. The people who I know I stayed in the room with, we were extremely grateful because we didn't even give nobody a hard time because we knew that he wasn't setting us up, and we seen how everything like happened. Like, so we was kind of just like, all right, and that's why I was trying to just figure out who this person was.
How many of y'all was it?
In the room. So in my hotel room, it was 1, 2, 3. It was all 5. It was 5 of us, but all together, it had to been about like maybe 15 total, like that was gonna be in the Airbnb.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
Still too many people they janked out.
Yeah. They came up.
So I mean, y'all didn't reach out to like the Airbnb company and like see like you trying to grab them?
I think it was one of them situations where they knew them, so it wasn't like it was straight through Airbnb.
Yeah, so she hit her with just pay me directly. You don't gotta do the fee and all this. But once again, they had a relationship because they used the house previously.
Yeah, they did this before and stuff, so it was kind of like,
No, you tripping? It was a white lady.
no,
Black lady.
yeah.
That's
I know, we don't act like that. On my other side, but not
Now
this
people
side.
who owned the joint showed up
But Janky is Janky.
and told us like, they
She
own
owed them
that
money.
one. That's what she said. She was like, that lady owe us money.
For real?
Yeah, that's why I was like, it's that lady. I gave him the information. I said, do what you want with that, like, cause
Janky is
know.
Janky does. That's crazy.
But but that's why we speak on loyalty and stuff. And that's why it runs so deep when we run in the circles. So if someone don't rock with him, you automatically don't rock with me because I know this dude for being so loyal.
Yeah.
most of the time now when it comes to the industry, like I always send it to him and ask him if he knows somebody.
Yeah, I do too.
Because there's so many scammers and stuff out here. Like, so I'm like, all right, so this person's saying that they a part of this people. Do you know these people? And now so I'm saying, G know, like, all right, yeah, I can call and see if somebody affiliated with somebody. Because somebody tried to scam me with the Source magazine and shit. Like, it was like, oh, we're from the Source. We're going to give you an article. You just pay this much. I'm like, oh, the Source? Let me hit up G. G know people who work for the Source magazine. Like, next thing you know, oh, that's a scam. Like, nobody by that name there. Like, that's not even no real, like, thing. I'm just like, yeah. I don't got time for that scam stuff.
I'm already used
We
to that.
clearing everybody to come through. Everybody has to get cleared.
Fake labels, fake people under artists coming to say what's up.
Yeah.
Just recently, somebody was under Fat Joe,
Oh, he got me too, yo. He got the same deal,
Yeah.
bro.
They
The
scamming
same
Fat
nigga.
Joe real
Yes.
bad.
Got that Fat
Yes.
Joe, they are running with him.
Yeah.
Yo,
I ain't
I
going
said,
for
what the fuck? They even FaceTime called me and did like a little
And
video
it's him
clip
on the
of
jump,
him of the jump.
but it's a. I think that's
clip.
a pre-record.
Yeah, it is. The
Because
pre-record
he ain't
jump
saying
from the
nothing to you, then he
live.
keep hanging up. He got to
Yeah,
hang
then he
up,
gonna
say, I'm
hang
busy.
up.
Wow.
Nah, bro. They went out their way, though. They got their they did, but I already went through
They
the
really
scams
did.
before, so I wasn't
Scammer.
gonna
And
go.
everybody think I'm mean because I don't answer my DMs. You better email me.
Nah, see, I got manager to take care of all that. I'm not, no, none of that. I got manager.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out my manager, Tom Grown, man. I got manager for that shit.
So how do people book you?
Well, on my business card is my number, and it is my email. So, he got access to my email. He got access. I mean, of course, it's my number. As of lately, people just been having my phone up. I mean, like I said, when it comes to prices, I mean, I think because I'm a nice person, I don't really be trying to like bust people's heads. You feel me? So I just got booked Friday. I was at Entice Lounge. I ordered a meal. He was like, "Yo, how much you charge for 10 to 3?" I was like, "Man, just throw me 200." You feel me? I mean, realistically speaking, I should be charging more, but my fare, I mean, it's not really a fare, but my fare is, I don't want to say like a outrageous numbers. Because at the end of the day, if you are what you are, people going to pay. That's just the reality of it. I don't want to say no outrageous number, be like 350, and they can be like, "Oh, who does this nigga think he is?" And 350, da, da, da. And it's like, now I just lost out on the booking, you know what I'm saying?
So can I tell you something real quick? Put this camera back on. Don't think like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you like this. So we'll talk. My man Assad, shout out to Eric who's a clothing line. His company hired me to take pictures at an event. So the first time they called me, it was like, well, this is what we want you to do. This, I said, I told them, no, this is what I do. This is what I'm going to do, and this is my price. So they was like, what? They said, well, how about you just get a banner and you take pictures and just charge people $20 a picture? I was like, that's not what I do. You come, you book me, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna take pictures of the whole event. If you point people out, I get pictures of your key people, this. And so they was like, boom, boom. Then call me back. The day of the event, they called me. They said, we know it's late, we talked to you, this. They paid that price. I didn't waver for it. They paid it, like real talk. And that's because I stood firm. I could even been greedy and hit them more for late, for coming at me late. But they paid the price that they paid my asking price. Don't short yourself because you have a talent. You know, if you think you're worth $350, ask for $350. You'd be surprised how many people will pay.
Especially for 5 hours.
Right.
They
So
gonna pay that.
don't cheat yourself. If you're comfortable with the two, but eventually, like,
Your talent, I was going to say, his talent going to speak for itself.
I mean,
Like,
yeah.
your resume going to say at a certain point in time that it's 350 and up. So you ain't going to have no choice but to rock with the 350 and up just because of how you know what I mean?
I wouldn't necessarily say like I'm comfortable with the two, but a lot of people don't realize like I said, I still work a full-time job.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, rightfully so, I get off in time, you know, still enjoy nightlife, but that is a second job. But I work 12 to 9, 12 in the afternoon, 9 o'clock at night. Right after that, I go straight to the club. Get to the club 9:30, 10 o'clock. We start with DJ from 10 to 3, right? And then wake up the next morning. Sometimes I gotta be working the next day at 11 o'clock. Realistically speaking, you got music blasting in your ears for 5 hours. When you go home, you're not going to sleep.
Nope.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need that wind down
Yeah.
before you go to
Yeah.
sleep.
so
Yeah.
I'm going to sleep. Well, I get off. I leave the club at 3. I live like half an hour from the club time. So I'm not going to sleep till like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Just to get up, you know.
We all know that
by,
life.
get up at 8. 9 o'clock to be to work by 11, 12 the next day. And then the cycle just repeats. So people don't understand, like, at this point, I'm losing sleep behind this shit. So
Which is even more reason why to raise your price.
You have value. That's
Yeah.
all I'm just saying. You have value. Like real talk. You said your laptop was $1,200. You got value. You know.
Like you invested in yourself.
You don't understand that, bro.
I know.
But you got.
So just do it slow.
I tell-
Go up to 250.
I tell people, I have honest conversations. And I tell them all the time, I was like, Slim, for me to do certain things, my camera without the lens is $1,000. That's before I add the $600 lens or the $200 lens or the $150 lens on it. That's before I add the $150 mic or the $120 monitor. Like I'll price you down for everything if you think I ain't worth it. I got 5 batteries. Two of them are from Canon. Them $60 a piece. So if you want to give me $100, that's not even 2 batteries for me.
A wire alone costs like $30 just for a wire.
You know, I got lens caps. I gotta get a lens cleaning kit. Like no, my book bag is was like $60 or $70 for my camera bag.
Hey, man.
I do have a question. It's for the DJ. Because, like, this is something I feel like a lot of artists, they want to ask DJs, but they don't really know how to or see how to approach it. So, for me, when I meet a DJ, I do want to network with them on, like, multiple ways. So, like, if I want to send you a song, right? Then I say, hey, like, when you go to a club or your next event, and if it's like a type of event that fits this type of song, like, could you play it to see if like people will like respond well to it, and then like if they do, like, could you record it and send it to me to see if it like is like, yo, they fucking with your shit, like type situation. How do you go approach, and do you charge for stuff like that? Like, what is the approach for an artist to a DJ in that type of like aspect?
I mean, I feel like, you know, it really all depends on your demeanor. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel like sometimes people say, like, when I be DJing, like, my facial expressions aren't the best. But, like I said, you guys been Ocean Lounge, and you guys know how the DJ booth is out in the open. Got 100 motherfuckers around me. Like, I'm a big nigga at the end of the day. I need my space. So when niggas start bombarding me, I feel like I'm being trapped. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that.
Yeah.
But other clubs I go to, they got their own, you know, booth. I feel calm, secure.
Right.
The way I go about it is like, we go about becoming artists, you know what I'm saying? I'm about becoming DJ. As of right now, you know, I feel like, who am I to charge if we're both on the same come up, you know what I'm saying? So as of right now, no, I don't charge. You know, especially like if you're on my clique, like it's trying to be like cash, you get spent off for free. You know what I'm saying? He's part of my clique, he's a part of my team. My other man, FM D-Lo, he gets like, it's just like clockwork, you know what I'm saying? If it's a outcoming artist, I mean, like I said, we're on a come up, then I wouldn't mind spending shit. What I do try to do is, you know, sometimes, you know, in the club setting, you know, like I said, if it fits the
aesthetic,
what's going on, then I can squeeze it in there. I don't have a problem doing that. But what I do try to tell people is that, bro, if I'm DJing and you come up to me, it'd be like, yo, can you play this and not play this shit? And it like throws the whole demeanor of the club off. Nigga, they're not looking at you.
I actually think that's weird. I always thought it was weird for somebody to come up in the middle of like the whole like mix and be like, oh, like, could you play this song right here? And I'd be like, wait a minute now, like, I feel like, because per my question, it's like outside of like when you doing your thing, the next time you go to an event, you can put it in your own mix, so you can kind of like hear the song and be like, okay, this can go with this like mix, and I can like spin it in like that. Like, that's how I think about it. But it's rude artists that do come up to DJs in the middle of the whole thing, be like, oh yeah, I throw you this much money to spin this song and stuff like this. I hate that shit. Like, yo, bro, I hate that shit. Like, and I'm not even a DJ, like, cause I could be in my groove and then they'll play a song and I'm like, we wasn't even in this vibe. How did we get here? And it's because somebody probably walked up and paid the DJ or like asked to see if it's spent, and I'm like, and clearly the people not gonna be fucking with it in that moment.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, like, most DJs say they got sets, most DJs say they got mix. Me, I won't necessarily say I have a set that I go off of.
Okay.
because it's like, as a DJ, nothing can really be premeditated because you don't know what crowd you're going into.
That's true. That's true.
So I can sit there and be like, oh, have a set. Now, I can sit there and say that, okay, Lil Baby dropped this, NBA Youngboy dropped that, Lil Durk dropped this. My mindset, I want to get them 3 songs out. However I'm going to get them out is how I'm going to get them out, but these are the hot new tracks, and I want to get them out at some point tonight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's my mindset, but I don't have like a premeditated set to where I go in at now. If I walk in the club, if I see nothing but couples in the club, I see that, I visualize that, it's R&B, love songs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take Usher, you know what I'm saying? But if I walk in the club,
Wally B.
Right, Wally B.
Crown that.
If I walk in the club and I see, you know, they ready, they gonna go, then Cardi, Nicki, you know, Glorilla,
Right.
stuff like that. But like I said,
Also, if you see Freak, she play Carly, nigga, keep that.
but
You should have the artists do the barter system as well. They need to be promoting you as well.
Facts.
Definitely.
yeah, I
Be
got,
like,
I
yeah,
got,
sure, I'll do it. However, I
Because
need
like
you
you
to
said,
post
we
me.
both coming up.
So I gotta put this camera back on me because I got a pet peeve since we on this topic. Because I know as a DJ you must feel this. As a podcaster, this is my #1 pet peeve. If you motherfuckers send me music and it says track 1 with no name on it,
Annoying.
I will guarantee you, I will not play your shit.
And most podcasts and radio stations, most of them will not. Me, I will actually be nice, even though everybody's saying I'm a bitch. I'll be nice and go back and be like, hey, what's the name of the track?
Yeah,
or
I'm not
whatever.
doing none of that
Nobody
shit.
else would do that, and I know that nobody else would do that. And because my whole team is DJs and radio, if I don't share that, you missed out on a huge opportunity just
I'm
because
telling
you
you
didn't
now.
label it right.
Veiga speaking for herself. If you send me your shit,
But I
and it
know
don't-
that you won't.
and it don't have your name on it, I wouldn't give a damn if you was sitting in front of me. I'm
Never
not
seen that.
going to do that.
Yeah, all the
seen
time.
that.
Artists send me stuff without their name
I'll
on
send you
it.
her photo one
I
time.
would have never
like,
thought people in 2023, 2022, or
Yeah.
anything like that would be sending.
Track names are not on there. The artist
Nah.
name isn't on there.
No.
It might be the producer name, but I'm like, okay, shout out to your
No,
producer,
no,
but I
no,
can't
no.
air your music. I
Real
don't know
talk,
who
we
it's
do
came
shows.
from.
We do shows, right? And we'll have we'll either sometimes we'll bring a DJ or we'll have we'll get a DJ while we out there. But we'll do the shows, and so many people doing sound check. You're like, well, which one is it? No name, track 1, track 2. Say, son, come- you can name your music in your iPhone.
Bro, as soon as you make it, that's the name of the jump. That's what it's getting sent off as every time to the engineer, to you, to whoever. I've never seen it.
I won't necessarily say that me personally I've had that problem, but niggas will send me their music and it's like, as if you sending me your music, like it's not already on my computer. What I like to do is I like from the AirDrop to my phone, I AirDrop it to my MacBook. That's how it usually goes. But it's like, if you're gonna send me songs, I'd rather you send me them songs in order. Like, just don't send me one song and be like, I want that song to play at this time. I want that song. Like, send me the songs in order as you want the songs played. Because it's better for me to just take it out my files and just drop it right into the queue. Queue it up.
Right, yeah.
But what I do notice as a DJ is, you know, when I do fuck with certain artists, like, I don't know if you guys know this artist called Northside GD from Northeast DC, and other artists, so forth and so on. They send me a lot of unreleased stuff. And it's like, I never thought about it, but if they buzzing and I want to make some bread, I can just easily leak their shit. I never thought about it, but it's like, I can really
I do exclusive.
But wait a minute. That may not be a bad idea because I grew up in the mixtape game. So that's how like DJ Envy and that's how like Clue and all these dudes came up, especially during the beef era, you know, in the street war era. Like they would get unreleased tracks and they would leave.
Yeah.
You know,
That is how you break an artist.
Especially for that GD, the event I did for GD, that was like a private event because he had signed this distribution deal with Authentic Empire, the same label that signed Fujiano. So he had signed a distribution deal, and it was like a little listening, quote unquote, listening party. And his whole album, they airdropped me the whole joint.
Shit.
It's like,
But they ain't looked at it as wrong though.
huh?
I mean, they gave
That
it
ain't
to
looked
you.
at. Listen.
I mean, I just got
if
niggas on my back that I got
If you
watch
and
that
an artist
shit, you know?
coming up, that's one thing, right? Because y'all both want to break, and then if you coming up as an artist, nah, you can't really get mad at me like leaking your unreleased because you wasn't on to begin with. But I'm saying the ones that's already on, they ain't looked at it as bad though. If you leak their stuff to get you on as the DJ, I mean, I guess you.
But why did they
But
send
they
it to
gave
you
it to
if you
him.
can't leak it?
Yeah.
So he
Now, I have a lot of unreleased
they want
Man
him to
Girl
play
stuff,
it.
but I knew not to
Or maybe they
air
want
it
you to
because
play
it's
it, but not
unreleased.
yet. They was like, man.
Did they say
I
not
want you
yet?
to hold this gem.
I just know I dealt with some niggas this Friday at Entice. They was like, yo, this shit not even out yet. Like, we giving you this, but don't play this shit nowhere else.
Well, if they said not to,
Now
then
they
no.
say that, that's something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said it.
But truthfully, when people say this shit not even out yet, of course not. If you're underground artist, none of this shit.
You know, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
And
If
to
you
be honest,
underground,
it's
yeah, obviously.
like,
If you ain't mainstream,
And if you
Nah,
tell me
I
not
would
to
say
play it, then you ain't trying to
break
get
that
hurt.
art. Especially that shit fire, play that shit.
when I'm
Yeah.
dealing with
Especially
half,
new artists.
you know, artists, it don't really dawn on me to like throw it back to play that shit because most of this shit don't really be
I mean, like
coming from Philly, having a Philly air coming out DC, bro. Like even me, like as an artist, like I'm not an artist. I always say I'm a DJ at first, but when I was on my artist path, bro, like no cockiness, but I'll probably shit on like same artists
Oh, I was
as
gonna say,
DMV.
yeah, 'cause
They
I
all
already
the
know.
same beat, same sound. Like this shit is depressing, to be honest with you. Like, but no disrespect to the DMV.
no.
We got some jewels in the DMV, but a lot of people are mimicking. We got some.
A lot of people just like to make the same song over.
Yeah.
It's redundant.
And they rap the same way and all
beats.
that. I ain't mad at what he's saying, especially because, Philly,
That
all
is
they gonna
something
have
else.
is lyricists.
Yeah.
You dig
I
what I'm
hate
saying?
hearing the
I've
same
done
beats.
some really great shows with Philly artists.
We've had some really great time. We spent
That's probably why I always do music in Philly.
Like even
Great shows with Philly artists.
Real talk though, one of the shows that we did with George, Gilly came.
Okay.
You know, Gilly's a friend of my brother, so we called him when I got there, and I was like, well, yeah, we was at the garage, the art garage, and Gilly came out, and damn, they did like a performance for free,
Oh wow.
and but it was nice though, you know. But we've had some really good events in Philly though.
Yeah. Philly
Yeah,
always
you
shows
were there.
a lot of love
You were
too.
there that show. 'Cause,
I was. I seen Gilly perform live.
Yeah, you were all there. Yeah.
Oh.
She don't remember that.
Sometimes, you know.
You see it all in her face. The memory of
Yeah,
it.
I ain't never heard both him and Wallow rap, right?
No, Wallow was locked up at this time.
Okay.
Yeah,
I do know about this story. But
Wallow was like going for like 10, 15 years.
But before he got locked up, he
Wallow
wasn't.
was locked up for 20 years.
Oh,
But
wow.
before he got locked up, he wasn't rapping?
No. He was
I
still
didn't even
a kid.
know that.
Gotcha. And then Gilly was the one that was
Right.
getting it in, yeah.
Gilly was what with Major Figures,
Yeah, he was gonna win.
and then he co-wrote the Carter
I
with Lil
didn't hear
Wayne.
him rap. I didn't hear his songs, but I heard him freestyle. He's dope though. He is
And
dope.
so my brother, basically my brother,
learned
Renegade's father, used to, when he got out, he was fucking with somebody, and he had met Gil, and him and Gil had just always been cool. He used to tell me back when I was rapping, yo, I got my man Gilly, da 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 da, and I was a stupid, whatever. And when we go to Philly, he was like, yo, hit Gil when you go up there. I would just never hit him. So then, when it was Renegade time, when we met him out in Baltimore, and this is how much a professional was. We have a video called Understand Renegade, and it's different clips of his performing, but when he met Gil caught the song, and he was hyping Renegade up like a hype man. And this is his first time hearing the song, and that's how I know he's a professional at what he does. And he's always showed us love. Whenever he comes to the DMV, when he was performing, he would always have Renegade open up. And then even on some real shit, before even $1 Million Game took off the way it is taking off now. When they first started, it was him and his man. We went to Philly, and I called my people's called DJ Alamo to get us in because Gil didn't answer the phone. But as soon as Gil saw us downstairs, he looked. I said, yeah, you came by to support. He said, man, get the fuck out of here. Come upstairs. Like, real talk. He didn't have to do. I was happy just being downstairs. Shit. He's like, you ain't sitting with these niggas out. And then when he sat us, he was like, nah, you sit right here, like the fourth row back. The people that was in front of us was the wives.
Yeah.
So, but that's how he's always been like a solid dude.
Crown that.
That's dope. Shout out to that man. $1 million worth of game.
For sure.
I love these conversations. This is a fun show.
Yes. We gonna play some music?
I guess I should.
Let's play some music.
Wally be running everybody's show. He vibing with Wally.
I definitely agree.
Tell them Miley Space.
Insane.
I want to crowd surf. Let's get it. You do it. Every time. Okay.
You just whisper sweet nothing. You just whisper sweet nothing. You just whisper sweet nothing to me. You just whisper sweet. You just whisper sweet nothing to me. You just whisper sweet nothing, girl. You just whisper sweet nothing to me. You just whisper sweet.
Come on, talk to me, don't be shy, just give it to me straight. Not wanting you that talk, baby, it's not worth any time a day. Cause you don't stand by your word, no, yeah. And that's a day by day thing. Feeling me alive, no. It ain't worth the sense to me. Every word you say to me is so cheap with the facts to back it up. Oh, you just whisper sweet nothings to me. Oh, you whisper sweet nothings to me. Yes, you do. Like I'm a child that's going to sleep. And when you do, I feel the stress relief. Look, you speak, then I get weak. I speak, then it get deep. Then we go back to the sheets and then I take a shower if I take one. Cause you gon' come up in here trying to break some. And you don't want no kids, but you like how. Let's do it. I act like we gon' make one, or we gon' start a family, tripping, picnicking on the sandy beach. Top down, shades on, head blowing the wind. No emotions, no feelings, relationships, we just get it in. She just my little friend, and it's the air that she be whispering in. Oh.
You just whisper sweet nothing to me. You just whisper sweet nothing, girl. You just whisper sweet nothing to me. You just whisper sweet. You just whisper sweet nothing to me. You just whisper sweet nothing, girl. You just whisper sweet nothing to me. You just whisper sweet.
Sweet nothings, sweet nothings, sweet nothings, sweet nothings. Oh, come on, girl, you got to tell me the truth. The materialism got you, no way to back it up. Let me rock out for a minute.
You just whisper sweet nothing to me. You just whisper sweet nothing, girl. You just whisper sweet nothing to me. You just whisper sweet.
The Purple Shell.
To like another lane, like some rock or just something with like guitars and stuff like that. But the closest
I work for Dracula.
Count Dracula.
Yes.
What?
Bring me my dinner. You will get me what I want.
You're like the guy that gets the villain's Postmates.
That's it.
Renfield, rated R.
So like I don't just think R&B like that's rock and roll. I got some pop. I had some dance songs. I had different types of like.
Welcome to the stage, Tro Almighty. Woo!
off a poster. Say she all in love, don't really know her. Say she got a nigga, but I'm colder. She don't even know I'm about to show her. I get too high, you ain't fucking with me. Can't tell the difference, who really for me. Niggas and mo isn't really the beat. Niggas ain't real, they got bitch in they jeans. Niggas want beef, it ain't nothing to me. Say he want smoke, we gon' up it and see. Got them together, ain't nothing to see. Shoulda known better than fucking with me. Feel like I'm Pablo, I'm trapping the piece. Feel like I'm Johnny, I step on the scene. Fuck her to death like I'm Lightning McQueen. Jamming like Jack with a couple of beans. She saying no nigga really fucking with me. I been knew that bitch, you saying nothing to me. I know we too toxic and it won't work. Everything is stopping and we both hurt. Thumbing through these hundreds like a folder. RPs I've been popping, I ain't sold. Now every time I pull up, I just get my soul up. Her shit kinda fat, threw it back like she know us. She be telling lies, I be lying, yeah, that's so us. Snitch from my past, off the drugs, about to go up. I've been sipping walk all week, out to go cups. She bitch wanna eat on me, tell her go nuts. Can't give her no love, probably never show none. I've been counting C-notes, bitch, feeling so numb. I've been feeling so numb. And I've been feeling so numb.
That's not too far from
So every time I pull up, I just get my soul up.
So
Every time I pull up, I just get my soul up. I've been feeling no love, probably never show none.
He did.
I'm from Buena Vista Terrace. Buena Vista Terrace, the Naylor Gardens.
But that's it. Thank you for Trial Mighty
I know you
coming
can't tell
to
that
the
because I
stage.
Steppin', nigga, we lookin' like weapons. But where you from, what you reppin'? Really won't flex and flex it. We come with them drums out the infant. Your bitch all on me can't help it. Got me sound on my right and my left hand. I'm whipping it up like I'm chefing. Steppin', nigga, we lookin' like weapons. But where you from, what you reppin'? Really won't flex and flex it. We come with them drums out the infant. Your bitch all on me can't help it. Got me sound on my right and my left hand. I'm whipping it up like I'm chefing. Steppin'. Okay. Tell them, step in the ride. Gotta come with it, we ready to slide. They turned up, now we keep by. Pulling up on you and make it go by. Got the shell ringing like a tambourine. Got the chopper singing like a choir. You think it's a game, you ready to go live. All the drive snitching, knowing that you buy. Feel a time with your bill like you ready to slide. When you see a nigga, you tryna high five. On social media like you ready to ride. Nobody see you, you don't never pop out. The shit you posting, you ain't really about. Hey, ass out, you think it's a drug. A fish out of water tryna breathe like a trout. For all that flexing, trying to get you some clout. Paramedic rushing, getting your ass out. Mama crying from the stress that you bought. You think they'll catch you and stretch your ass out. And leave you flat like the pillow on the couch. Set your body, but nobody to vow. The way you playing, I'll get you knocked out. Steppin', nigga, we lookin' like weapons. But where you from, what you reppin'? You really won't flex and flex it. We come with them drums out the infant. Your bitch all on me can't help it. Got me sound on my right and my left hand. I'm whipping it up like I'm chefing. Steppin', nigga, we lookin' like weapons. But where you from, what you reppin'? You really won't flex and flex it. We come with them drums out the infant. Your bitch all on me can't help it. Got me sound on my right and my left hand. I'm whipping it up like I'm chefing. You nigga need to start the plan, acting like the man. My clan ain't more like a band. Touch a bitch alone when I don't even want her. But if you play, you get y'all like a fan. I got a icy man, it feel like a bliss. Diamond shining on my neck and my wrist. Pick and roll with that Draco and hit. Take a shot, don't think I'ma miss. You know that I got it, don't need no assist. Come with that place if you wanna get lit. I'm stacking up paper, I'm trying to get rid. But I throw up a cig and you ain't leaving it busy. Internet nigga be making me sick. Posting shit just to play for a bitch. Everybody just be gassing him up until he get his ass stomped through a brick. The same one that be keeping shit going. Be like, damn, why you doing like this? What he get for that fake ass rapping and misrepresenting the clique that he with? I drippin' my sweat, that's a crippin' me. See me cooler, that don't mean I'm no sympathy. Try to play, I ain't gon' show you no sympathy. Pull up in a renegade. Steppin', nigga, we lookin' like weapons. But where you from, what you reppin'? Really won't flex and flex it. We come with them drums out the infant. Your bitch all on me can't help it. Got me sound on my right and my left hand. I'm whipping it up like I'm chefing. Steppin', nigga, we lookin' like weapons. But where you from, what you reppin'? You really won't flex and flex it. We come with them drums out the infant. Your bitch all on me can't help it. Got me sound on my right and my left hand. I'm whipping it up like I'm chefing.
Wait, I wanted to ask you a question.
said you ran a street team, right, for promotion.
No, I used to be on the street team.
Or be on the street team.
I started off on the street team. Yeah, you can ask me out here.
All right, that's cool. Because it's still important. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm on.
Oh my God.
Actually, we both learn this whole time.
You're the only pothead in the room. You okay? You good? What Marcus G say? I need you to get yourself together.
Shout out to Marcus G. Shout out
Ain't
to
nothing
you.
wrong with a Lord Chief.
Yo. So we back. Yeah, I love interviews like this. This is fun talking, conversating.
I need some more papers.
If any artist needs promotional pictures or videos, definitely go to my IG. Either hit the After Bar IG or more probably hit the Shots by 151 page. That's the more important page for stuff like that. I would check that one first, but if I haven't responded, then definitely hit that up. Don't hit my regular page because I probably won't pay it. I post ratchet shit and I don't pay attention to stuff like that.
And that's always the first page I see.
So is the ratchet shit.
And I always hit like and be like, oh, it's Rakeem. So I do want to advertise that my birthday is coming up.
What day is your birthday?
And my birthday is 420.
And how's your birthday 420? But
and I don't smoke. Yeah, but you want to know what I do is I know how to make money. So I never smoked because I was making money. Put it together.
It's extremely applied. And no,
I didn't smoke it. I did not. But
Mike Tyson makes $500,000 a month on smoke.
And he smokes like Shout out to Mike Tyson. Yeah. I'm trying to meet him. He's friends with my cousin. I'm trying to meet him.
I think he'd be really cool to meet.
Yeah, I actually want to go on the show. I'll even
I feel like we'll have deep conversations.
That's another story.
Like, wait, what?
So Mike Tyson was talking on his podcast about when he licked a toad, and he sold it so well that even though I don't do any drugs and can barely even do Tylenol, I was so curious as to how your mind opens up when you lick this toad. I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm not that curious.
Yeah, and
So
I don't know. It's
toad.
some toad that he licked, and he talked about it.
I've heard of a toad that has those properties.
Yeah. I mean,
Or was he on?
I barely can do Percocet, y'all. I'm telling you, like, even the hospital was concerned. But because the questions that I was asking during Percocet. But I'm just so curious about the toad.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm good.
Yeah. I'm not saying I would do it per se, but I'm very curious.
If Mike tells you to lick that toad, you're going to lick that toad.
I mean, Mike really incredible source.
No.
I couldn't say.
No.
You know, I can't answer that question.
But back to the story at hand. My birthday is 420, and I always do a 420 show. Normally, well, in the past, I've done 420 mixtape, but I'm going to do 420 show. So from Thursday to Sunday, it's going to be a special show just for 420 on my birthday. And the week before that, this week, starting tomorrow, is the international show.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, I do have an announcement too.
Yes, tell me.
So, it's probably going to happen the week before we go to Miami.
Okay.
June. We're going to Miami the 10th.
June 10th.
June 10th. So, my birthday is June 2nd. So, we're going to do a pop-up show. So, I'm trying to get it back. Talk to Lady Antoinette. We did a pop-up show at a distillery out in Waldorf.
Nice.
And I mean, at the bar 151 at a distillery. I think that's calling my name for the birthday show. We want to get a nice little crowd in there because I'm gonna have both cameras set up this time. I only had one last time, but I'm gonna have both cameras set up so back and forth with the audience and everything, and then we just have some fun with it. Order some shots. Get some flights and get drunk as shit. I mean,
yes, sir.
Why not?
Absolutely.
So,
that's how you supposed to do it out in Miami.
well, no, that's before Miami.
Oh,
June 2nd.
Yeah, so that'll be in Waldorf. Either it's, and then we have another. I already talked to Lady First Cigar Lounge. I did a photo shoot there. We're good. Even though I don't smoke cigars, but they have a private room that we can use. That we're going to do a pop-up show there as well. This summer, I'm looking to do about 3 to 4 pop-up shows at the bar where we're just going to bring an audience with us. They're doing. Talking to my homegirl, we're going to use her rooftop. So nice. We're going to have an outside rooftop joint. Probably get about 7 to 8 people there. Probably bring some bottles, have some fun, and we just want to and just build the stuff. A lot of this year, I do want to concentrate because I do get a lot of love to independent artists, but I do want to give like having a DJ or independent entrepreneurs and stuff too. And that's why a lot of the shows that we have been doing have been entrepreneurs as well. Mm-hmm. Shout out to my homeboy Lenny. He put his cousin here, and she actually made handbags, luxury handbags at that. And I was like, well, damn, I know. And she had a good story about how she got involved and why she uses chains and stuff to represent slavery and stuff. Some of that was deep, and I definitely want to get in this. And I think we want to show different aspects of, it's more than just being a singer and a rapper or a basketball player. Black people are so special with creativity. Like, I don't even think we get enough credit for it.
Right.
Like, honestly, I literally before y'all came, I was watching something, and traditionally I always looked at hockey as a white game, and I was watching something with comedian Joffrey, and he said that he had found information that hockey was actually invented by black people in Canada.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I
never thought that.
No,
yeah, I never thought that either.
Wow.
That's interesting.
But, keep in mind that they don't teach us that a black man made the traffic light either. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Just peanut butter.
You're right about that.
Hey, this might be a little bit on side. This might be a little bit on track, but I know I was on Instagram the other day, and I had Martin Luther King birthday pass just recently. Mm-hmm. And they were talking about how his brother died in the swimming pool. They said mother got murdered in the church. Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
Wait,
what?
Was that recent?
His mom, they said there was something about how his mother was like assassinated as well, and that she was in a church when she was assassinated. I saw something like that.
Yeah, they said his brother died. They said his brother seriously died in the swimming pool.
So basically, they said that whole family was assassinated.
Yeah, which makes sense. You watch Godfather of Harlem, right? That totally would fit in with the whole thing. I don't watch a whole lot of TV, so when I really get into something, I really got into it.
That was like the same. It was the same concept thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the Malcolm X is on there, and Martin Luther King is on there too. Like it takes place around that time.
But I'm trying to figure out like, I know I didn't learn that in school.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I don't really think it was really. I tell people all the time, if I were to go to college, I'd probably go to college to be like history teacher. Like, I'm big on history. I don't really think that even the Dr. Martin Luther King or Malcolm X subject was touched enough. How like they used to touch on like the Civil War,
right?
Or how they used to touch on the Spanish War, and other stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm old as shit, I can tell you now. This is what they did for us. They would
speak for yourself.
They would talk about Martin Luther King, and then they would get to Malcolm X, and they'd be like, "Oh, that's Malcolm X."
Yeah.
That was heavily done, especially in like the heavily dominant Christian and like Catholic schools. You could not talk about Malcolm X at all.
Like they would glance over. They would glance over Malcolm X so quickly. It made me so. When I had to find out who he was and stuff, I had to look and search, and it made me look for him because I was like, he's here for a reason, but they're not telling me the reason. Oh, well, he was just like Dr. King, but he was more radical. Well, what do you mean by radical? Oh, he was just radical. No, he just said shit that you didn't like.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Just like King.
And I know like
all the time.
But I know like different cities in different parts of the world, they teach it differently. like coming from Philly, like that's north, that's northeast, that's on the East Coast, but they in that area, like Washington D.C. I mean, y'all can argue this if y'all want, but geography. Washington D.C. is considered a southern state.
Well, not necessarily a state.
Well, it's not a state.
We're considered southern,
in
though.
the south.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Under the
It is
Mason
the South.
Yeah.
Maryland is under the South too.
Because right under Pennsylvania is Maryland,
Yeah.
and that border between Pennsylvania and Maryland is the Mason-Dixon line, which separates the north from the south.
That's correct.
But the average, 990 black jeans, Pooh Shiesty wearing DC person is gonna go for that. They're gonna say, "Oh, we up north, or we're this, we're that, and you in the south."
So here's the funny thing about that.
Because y'all have, because believe it or not, like coming from Philly, y'all have an accent. Like,
so I'm originally from New York, so they consider this the South.
We do.
They say,
People tell me I said country all the time.
When we would go back home, they'd be like, "Oh, y'all go." First of all, they think everything DC. So when we go, they be like, "Where you live at?" Alexandria, Virginia. You live in DC.
Hey, technically that used to be DC though.
But I used to be,
Alexandria before they cut it off.
But it was just funny because they consider that the South.
Yeah.
So they used to get mad because I'd be like, "I'm going back home. I'm going flying back up to Virginia." Like, "No, you flying back down." I'd be like, "You can correct me if you want. I'm still gonna say the fuck I want to say." Good luck with that. But it was just one of those things. So they consider DC South.
Yeah.
When was the last time you did a proper cleanse of your intestines? Maybe you do them often. Maybe you've never done that.
That must be.
But when most people give the word cleanse, they envision juicing vegetables and strange green concoctions. Maybe drinking the old school lemon juice and cayenne pepper liquid without any food for days.
No, but it's so here's
that's
something
enough to scare away even the most hardcore health
there.
fanatics from ever doing a proper.
So what people don't realize is, so remember when I was talking about everybody left the room for the YouTube people,
Right.
because they're idiots, and he was talking about. So this is how people talk about how they get paid off of your YouTube. Well, that's how you get paid with the commercials.
Right.
So when people see that and they see that commercial, that video is marketable, people play it, they invest into it more. So these companies give you checks for that. So you can have 100,000 views, but if a Google ad is not playing in front of your shit, it means absolutely nothing. So, but if you have the Google ad, it's generating the income, which Google, Google or YouTube will pay you out of. So I'm not even mad at that. I used to be annoyed as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. Until I understood.
I know the game behind it, but I still be like, shit out of here. But I know.
I mean, I just look at it for a second and still hit. But on the live show, I just can't. I can't fast forward. But that's one of the reasons, though.
Yeah.
So, what are you gonna tell us about your song?
We can talk about it right now.
All right, go ahead.
So, this song is called "Oh Shit." Excuse me for the language, you dig, but it's a feature. Me and my cousin. It was actually at first it was a solo dolo, but I wasn't really feeling the second verse, right? And it just needed somebody. That's just how I felt. It needed somebody, and when I found out that my cousin did music, shout out to Lil Rio 2 times. I ain't really, I didn't even know he did music or how good he was at it, but when I peeked into him, it was like, oh yeah, that's what I need on this show. Like, he do the rap, singing, auto-tune, melodic thing like me. So I was just like, yeah, boom, send it to him. It was a rap. It was a rap from there, and it's the latest jump. Matter of fact, it's the latest jump.
Okay.
I think somebody to play the jump.
Yes, sir.
Turn it up, H. Turn it up, H.
Baby girl, can you ride with a nigga? I know you love to go shit with a nigga. Pull up own shit. Showing your nigga she a grown bitch. She got me like hush. When she walking down the street, I just said that's me. I just got Chanel on the feet. That Chanel, that I can tell. I'ma sing to you, baby, now you make a mean girl. I don't trust these niggas, I don't need me good. I get me caught up, I can't be in jail. I'm fucking this bitch and I know he can tell. I'm sorry for sure that you fine as hell. That fire, you know how excited smell. Ooh, she bout to take all them clothes off. I can't stop her from grabbing my dick. But I want you to use both hands when you spit. And I let it nasty little bitch. And she touching knives, I'm in the bar shit. I'ma put it in the shit. Yeah, tell them I'm a fucking Marsh. It's fake cash, no fall, no money with the mob, bitch. I know you let it go shit. She niggas in her own shit. Showing your nigga she a grown bitch. And she got me like hush. When she walking down the street, I just said that's me. I just got Chanel on the feet.
Hopping in, I pop out like what's up. I fuck that bitch in the back of a truck. I go to the, now I let that bitch stuck. The horses in, this Ferrari sound rough. I'm hungry, yeah, but your bitch ate me up. Don't come in here, hello, I shoot you up. Don't come in here, had JoJo hit you up. Lil' real had to switch lane. Get your bitch, you back for some change. Spin around me in the rain. Then make a sandwich, give me brain.
Baby girl, can you ride with a nigga? I know you let it go shit with a nigga. Pull up in her own shit. Showing your nigga she a grown bitch. She got me like hush. When she walking down the street, I just said that's me. I just got Chanel on the feet.
To burn fat and get in shape is not keto, paleo, intermittent fasting, or vegan, and it's not intense workouts with
Crazy, y'all. Because I know
it sounds like a club song.
Yeah, it did. It sounds like something.
It's a club banger, definitely.
Yeah, you gotta send it to me.
Okay.
I'm expecting more than one track, though.
I'm gonna send it over.
Throw that out there. He's expecting more than one track.
Well,
and label.
Okay. We can talk about this real quick too. So this is what I never understood. If you come to a show, you come to a podcast, something like that. Like I own my own shit. I run my own shit. So you can send as many songs as you want. You want to make an album listening party? That's on you. I'm gonna play what you send.
Yeah.
If you send me one, I'm gonna play one. If you send me 5, I'm gonna probably play 5. You send me 6, I'm gonna play 6. I mean, I know the program. I know the owner of the bar.
Wow. That's what's up.
He looks almost like me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And he looks like the photographer.
I know. Must be some triplets in this motherfucker.
But yeah, I ain't mean to shortchange y'all though. If you want me to send one more, I can send you a jump. Or we can cap it.
We're gonna cap it for now, only because it's about to be 9 o'clock and this was supposed to be there. Earlier show.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know we was gonna go this long. I was like, oh yeah.
We've been having a good time.
But this is what happens when you have great conversation and shows. You never just let it go.
Yeah. I ain't mad at that.
So what we are gonna do, we're gonna wind up, but I do want everybody just to tell people where they can find you at and stuff like that.
Okay, well, you can find me on Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, pretty much all the music platform stream services. Fat Cash though, FATCA $H. It's not a regular S. It's a $ for the S, but FATCA $H. And my boy Fats, tell them where they can find you at, Brody.
Man, find me on Instagram, DJ FM Fats. Find me in the club. Making mixes. That's pretty much it.
Yes, sir.
I got an offer for you.
For me?
Yeah.
What's the offer?
How fast could you do a 420 mix?
A 420 mix? Or is that like just like
420 songs?
What's that like? Buy my and shit?
420.
Or whatever.
Where's Click to go?
My DJs have full range. You have creative control.
Whatever that song, somebody will blow down super
For my 420 birthday show. It's an idea.
Bow.
Shit, knock that out.
It don't have to be long. Because my show is only an hour, so 10, 15 minutes.
Let it
Y'all heard it here at the bar right Alright, I guess I'll go next. So, you can find me on my website, VeigaENT.com. You can Google me, VeigaENT.com. That's VeigaENT.com.
Crown that. And of course, you can find me, Wally B, on Instagram at Wally B Music. And also, my album Love Confessions is out now, streaming on all platforms. And one of my latest singles, Puppet Master, with my cousin John Wan, is also out as well, streaming on all platforms. Doesn't matter, Apple, if it's Tidal, Spotify, look me up, Amazon, I'm here. Wally B Love Confessions.
I love Puppet Master. I did a whole show off of it. I get inspired and take it to a whole nother level. So.
Well, when you make good music, it should be inspiring.
Yeah.
You know?
Thanks for inspiring me, Wally B.
You're welcome. And thank you, Veiga. Like, seriously, like, on record, thank you, Veiga, for everything you've done so far for me and my career, and just helping platform me, boost me, and just everything that you've done. I truly appreciate you, like, truly, like, from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you.
Like, and shout out to G. Like, I always gotta give much respect for you too, G. Like, and Kenny, you too. Can't never forget you, Fontaine. Like, I can never forget that because Kenny is the one who introduced me to George. So, ever since then, my career has been like
non-stop.
Literally, like, I'm booked. Like, literally, like, I'll be telling people, wait now, let me see if I can do it. So, I'm grateful for that.
Like, I say his name so much on my show that now I just randomly be like, shout out Wally B. I'm like, that had nothing to do with nothing.
I mean, like truthfully, like I said, they had heard his music before they even met Wally B. So when they were like, they were in love with the fucking song. Like, they were doing dances and everything to it. C3 was doing his little dance and
I need to see that.
He showed me the dance and I was like, oh my gosh.
Hilarious.
Yes. And thank you, of course.
Yeah,
151. We can never forget you. Like, even just having me back here, just the photos that you've taken, the videography, like, everything. Like, it's always been warm and welcome. And, like, I love my team. Like, seriously. I really do.
And he won't let people retire when they want to retire. So he's still in the game. So thank you, Raheem, for not letting me retire. I was trying to retire and heal in peace, and he was like, no, just wear some tennis shoes and come to the station. Actually, like, while I was healing from my surgery, Raheem is the only person that saw me. And George just happened to come up there and was like, oh my God, what are you doing here? Yeah, so.
You know what?
Retire.
I can't forget this person. Shout out to my producer, Fonzie.
Oh
yeah, Almeca Productions. Bro, like, you already know, we forever locked in, like, forever, because that album is magical a lot because of you as well. So thank you.
I need to shout out DJ Smooth because he be holding it down for Vibing with Veiga and DJ Taiwan, who came up with the title.
That's what's up.
Yeah, Vibing with Veiga.
Yes, sir.
I gotta shout out this, shout out to the At the Bar team. We will probably, I don't think we'll be all together next week, but I'll see my book, see what we got booked for next week. But shout out with everybody growing and stuff. Like, I'm proud of CP3, I'm proud of Lady Internet.
Shout out to them.
Yeah,
definitely shout out to them.
Shout out to you.
He has a really good show. I'm trying to get it on my station.
CP3?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I gotta get on that jump with him.
You got to be into sports, which I'm not, but I know it's a good show, so I'm still trying to get on the station.
Yeah, he already told me. I was like, man, we gotta get into it. There's so much that been happening in sports.
But definitely, I love because they have other podcasts, but they're still dedicated to what we do here. You know, Lady Antoinette really wanted to be here today, but she's going through some school stuff and
get that education, girl.
The thing about it is though, we still we took 2 weeks off, but we're still just about to just get started. You know, because you know when they're here. If they're not, I'm still gonna have a show.
Right.
You know, I love the energy. This show's my therapy. You know.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
This show's my therapy. It allows me to be creative. It allows me. The easiest thing you can have in life is a job. The best thing you can have in life is your passion. Yeah. So if you're doing something that you're passionate about, you gotta make time for it. You know, because otherwise all you do is get compressed with just doing a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You know. So, I mean, for this, my podcast is my passion. They led me to other passionate things. You know, led me to finding pictures and doing just stuff, just so that you know I don't go to work and kill people.
I feel you. Yeah. Yeah. You need to practice rain. We'll get into that later.
Yes, rain. Practice rain.
Yeah.
I need a championship belt. Like what's up? You gotta defend one of these titles.
Since we doing shout outs though, man, I can't get out of here without shouting out DJ 15. Obviously you all here today, but especially just, you know, for this being my second, you know, time on the show and second time period though. I just want to point that out. Like, first time for my boys, second time for me. Like, I appreciate you for having me, making me feel welcome each time, especially the first time. And like I said, the first time, you know, it won't be the last. Shout out to you. And everybody that helped me on the way. My fault, y'all. That's a whole lot of shout outs. Since I'm here, though,
Get them out.
Nah, hold on. I can't leave without saying that, though, man. I appreciate you.
The one thing about this is that we create communities. We create networking. We create, it's up to you to take advantage of what we create. You know, it's not just, you just come here just one time and boom, it's a lot of opportunity. Like when you said you wanted to come through, I already booked Veiga, but I thought it's a good opportunity because she has a platform that you could use.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we do, man. I mean, I think, you know, success is something that you got to put your work in. So even success is a job, and you got to punch the clock, man. They, you know, punch that shit in. You know, same way you go to sleep, and then this, same way what the DJ was saying. You got to work a full-time job. You come do his DJ, get a little bit of sleep, go back to the full-time job, and do what you got to do. Yeah. Like, success is not easy. People think success, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a DJ and I'm gonna be good. No, you still gotta work for that shit.
Yeah.
You know, people think I'm gonna be a rapper and I'm gonna get $1 million. No, you still gotta work for that shit. You know, I'm gonna be a podcast, I'm gonna be the next Gillian Rowe. No, you still gotta work for that shit.
Facts.
Absolutely.
People think I'm a podcaster. No, I'm the producer. I'm the engineer. I'm the music director.
Yeah, many hats, making it happen.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm the photographer after the show. I'm just saying. But, you know, it's you gotta work for it. If you ain't working for success, I don't know what you're doing.
Get around that.
I think we're about to end this with a whose song do I want?
I would like to hear Money.
Oh yeah.
Money.
Let me see.
Money.
Renegade is the one artist that I heard him performing, and I wasn't in the room, and I stopped what I was doing to go see who he was.
I know that's right.
You're gonna make me work for this because, of course, it's not on this computer.
Oh.
Because it's such an old song. I will never forget this though. So I remember I had Renegade, and I was like, all right, so what song do you want to do? And he was like, I don't want to do Money no more. And so we went to, as soon as they announced Renegade was performing, I don't know who it was, but somebody was like, you gonna do Money?
Wow.
And he just walked back to me. He was like, tell the DJ to load money.
Yeah, man.
And I was just like, well, you know, it's your audience, man, and that's what they want. They want. I remember when we went to Texas, South by Southwest, and when we did money, no lie, there was
my OCA voice. It's certain words when you say it, I just think OCA.
There was nobody in the club at first. Just a little bit of people up top. And I was filming, so I'm filming. I had for some reason I had my phone in one hand and my camera, so I'm just, by the time he finished performing money, the whole room was upstairs. That's how we knew money was a hit.
Yeah.
That's the jam.
And money was so good that George helped me get the video. George passed me about this damn video for a long time.
Point.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes when he talked to me, I know he feel like he's talking to a wall. I'll be like, I hear you, George. I did.
But did you
I
really
did hear you? Yeah. I'll call him later and be like, okay, yeah, I was offended by what you said. But I thought about it. And I was like, I hear you.
Man, his lectures be so constructive that you just gotta listen.
I called him the other day and was like, I don't need a lecture. I just want to talk.
He might actually.
He be on point though.
Yeah, like I was like, okay, you right.
He be on point.
It's my man.
It's weird how everybody met, because I met Rakeem because of George. Because Renegade was at that event.
Money.
And I met George because of
I was mad because we was outside. That was right after
I love that money.
Lucas. Money. Life of the little freestyler.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. You don't really want to play.
Oh, because the promoter that I was messing with, Janky. Yeah, right. Yeah, so he
money, 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 money is what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. You don't really want to play. You don't know what to say. It's money, 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 money is what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't want to be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really want to play. You don't know what to say. It's money, 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 money is what I'm talking about. Money, 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 make you shut him out. Don't never ever talk about it if you never had the clout. You don't know what to say, stay up out of my way. Cause money, 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 make me shut him out. Keep playing with this Goonies, boy, I'm gonna have to make the call. Stay in bounds on your pivot, boy, if you gon' ball. Cause a lot of niggas be fake, and you really can't play. Cause we done got it out the mud, nigga, what you talking about? Screaming, oh my God, money got me pride. They living a lie, look into my eyes, they might seem surprised, this is homicide. We just multiply, we been on the rise. If we got some wings, fuck it, we gon' have to fly. Money, 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 what I'm talking about. Day in my life, take me a different route. Use all my case, niggas on my face. You can get erased, what you talking about? Money, 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 money is what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. You don't really want to play. You don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money is what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't wanna be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really want to play. You don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money is what I'm talking about. You never crossing these borders. I'm whipping it up, Gordon Ramsay. I swear that I'm cooking these orders. You talk about me, you better just hope that you can just really afford it. I'm ballin', I'm ballin', I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm feeling like Robert Tahori. Nigga, I'm scoring. I count in the morning. They talk about me, then I gotta ignore it. My bitches be foreign. So independent, my money be corporate. These raps is boring. You hate me and I'm always gonna adore it. I'm smoking that soaring. She always go ahead and let me explore it. I call her my Dora. You can go talk about me, I ain't flawless. I go on drink. I get it, man. And you can never, ever get rid of that. So watch what you say, and watch how you do. If you play the game, then you play by the rules. Money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. You don't really want to play. You don't know what to say. Cause money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And now I won't be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really want to play. You don't know what to say. Cause money's what I'm talking about.